Alright, welcome to Dwarves of Dharn, Moldir. This is session number 15.
Jesus.
When last we left, and I will remind you, as a preface statement, that if anybody smacks me, you will be rolling up a new character.
Yeah. Snap.
Smack!
When we left off, you had arrived in Percivalborough in the obnoxiously early hours.
Before you shit.
Because he's not going to hit me.
Yeah. This is your fault, basically.
Yeah, because you definitely started this whole thing. In the wee early, well, not like pregnant. Wee, but just after daybreak, and for the most part, the townspeople are still very much asleep. You lot also, with the exception of Jazz Grewley, are very much asleep. Alan Finchley has decided... You said that you were staying up, or you were... No, you had your back against the door.
Yeah, I was sleeping, though.
Okay, so everybody's asleep. Just trying to catch a few hours of shut-eye. Alan Finchley has basically resigned himself to cuddling on the bed with Trunk.
Yes.
And
he likes it.
He's hearing odd snoring noises coming from underneath the bed.
Do we think that dwarves have a higher or lower or the same body temperature as humans?
I would assume higher.
I'm a little higher. So it's like curling up with a dog.
Tiny little furnaces.
They're all toasty.
We're going to gloss over the couple of hours that you guys finished sleeping. Belhad, for all intents and purposes, you have gotten 8 hours.
Nice! That's what I needed, because... Woo!
Well, you started sleeping considerably earlier than everybody else.
You lazy bum.
Now I'm going to actually pick my spells so that I know what the fuck I have.
So, about the time that the town bell starts ringing for the opening of the business day, you lot wake up, along with Alan Finchley, who starts scuttling around in his wagon, freaking out because he's very underprepared and he's supposed to be opening now and doesn't have any of his stuff laid out. But you are now awake. Welcome to level 5.
Level 5?
Level 5.
But I don't have my level 5 character sheet.
Oh, so you're also in the boat with them, who are very happy and very sad at the same time.
Way to go, asshole.
Because they don't have their level 5 character sheets either.
I probably have more spells.
Oh, hey, what's this? A level 5 character sheet.
Oh, I know one spell that I now have. I now have Speak with Dead.
No, he can just email it to me.
Oh,
I may have been bluffing. I don't know if I should put on the dragon.
Yeah, well, you son of a bitch. That's okay. All I really need to know, my level 5 stuff, is in that book.
That's true, because yours doesn't really change on
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that's
true.
And
I fucking hate you. Because of the simplicity of that.
Player's Handbook me, I'll have,
whack.
I have access to some new
You definitely
magic. I remember things. It's all coming back to me.
Now.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
So what none of you all realized is that Belhad multiclassed into Bard this level.
Good. I think we all multiclassed into Bard.
Pretty sure.
Even me, and I'm not playing.
Well, way to go, asshole.
I thought you were all Bard all the time. All about the new character.
Yeah. Welcome to Percivalborough. I'm watching you, Josh.
My smacking hand's a little itchy today.
I got a cool head, and a keen eye, and an itchy trigger finger. What are you going to do about that itchy trigger finger? Oh, I thought I'd put some talcum powder on it, and scratch it for a couple of hours. I'm sure it'll go away.
Well, some proper stone dwellings, that's looking up, right?
Yes.
So I hear this voice from another bed.
I smack Trunk. I'm like, look at the buildings!
Football practice.
I mean...
You can get the shattered pussy to come over here and handle this.
Are we back to that again?
Yeah. I blame your husband. It's all his fault. He did realize way too early.
I've got like an arm and a leg.
You did the shattered pussy thing last week.
I know, but this time though, it's a continuation of the shattered pussy thing because we brought it up, and then you said it was the forced fist, which I really enjoyed that one much better.
Well, the point.
I enjoy the terminology, not actually being fisted. Of course, I mean.
Are you sure?
Wow. That took a turn that I wasn't expecting. I was really expecting you to say, like, you would be the one doing the...
Well, I mean, I have.
It's a fallopian high five.
Well, the pointing isn't very good. To say nothing of the fact that they had to use mortar at all.
You go to Smack Drunk, he's got an arm and a leg around the alchemist. He's the big spoon.
Of course he is.
Well, when the bells start to ring...
The bells!
They deafened me. Alan Finchley jumps up and starts, preparing things.
Trunk pulls him back down at first.
I really must go and prepare for the day on 2.5 hours of sleep. Yes.
Please give me a kiss, good morning.
Snuggle.
I will respectfully decline.
Come on, let's just snuggle.
Just a little bit.
Bellhead?
Yes, what?
Oh, wait. He looks under the bed. Could you, assist me with this one? Like, he's still got parts that are being grappled by Trunk, who won't let him go. He's just hanging over the side of the bed.
Look, if that's the way you're swinging, that's up to you. You gotta do that yourself, boy.
I really do have quite a lot of work to do. Please,
Warren's
yes.
very clear on these issues.
Wakey, yes, please.
Bacon?
Trunk!
Not here.
What?
Trunk, let the poor boy go.
I crawl on top of all of them.
Oh, God.
Grognak, dog pile!
What?
Oh, dear.
And I'm gonna come running.
We pretty much figure that means he likes you. He's got his scent all over you now.
Now we've completely derailed everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This is why it takes, 3 sessions to get through one day. Because you people can't even get out of bed without it being a fucking ordeal.
Well, everything's gotta be an ordeal, otherwise we...
And I only pulled him back the one time. You can go after that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not with a bunch of dwarves on him.
Yeah, we
That's
all...
on you guys.
Well, no, actually, he's on me.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all on me.
Well, I mean...
But who's on first?
Get
No,
out.
no,
Exactly.
damn it.
Bellhead, are you still under the bed?
No, I've crawled out a little bit.
Okay. That's good.
Should
Because
hope
it's
so.
starting to, creak
Sink.
a little under the combined weight of 3 dwarves and an alchemist.
I have to say, Mr. Finchley, under there I was inspecting the structure of your bed, and I don't think it can support all of these people.
Have your orgy elsewhere.
I must wholeheartedly agree. Please release me and go on about your business, and I shall do likewise. 'Cause business.
Well, I don't really have anything better to do
He starts
today.
kicking and
Whoa.
moving people around.
Whoa, what?
I appreciate
I'm claustrophobic! You are in my personal space bubble!
I appreciate the place to sleep. We'll try to ask around for something about your roof.
Ah, yes, I'd quite forgotten about that.
Maybe when that weirdo druid comes back, she can fix it. Well, that's in the other town anyway.
I'm not due back in Wensleydale for 3 days.
Well, now you're going back tomorrow.
Well, I mean, that's your decision.
We can fix that.
Right. Goodbye, all! He opens the door and starts gesturing
Oh, by the way,
wildly.
how early can we expect that potion of comprehend languages?
Oh, that takes at least 24 hours to brew, plus I have to go and see if I can get any of the ingredients, which I will not be able to do until I'm done at my own work here. So, I will check on my lunch break to see what I can get, and then possibly I can have it for you lunchtime tomorrow, if I am able to obtain all of the ingredients.
Do I still have the
why don't we go get the ingredients and bring them back to him?
Yeah, that does seem like a while. Maybe we could loop through. What are your contacts?
He gives you the name.
Everyone you know. All of their addresses.
Forever. Do I still have the book?
Which book?
Yes.
The Toe Rags book.
Torog, and yes.
I'm sure they could all benefit from a visit from us. Everyone else has.
They are quite delightful.
Drunk.
I slap him on the ass as I walk out and tell him good game as I get out of his...
He chokes.
I give him one of those awkward cheek caresses on the way by.
What are you going to do to him?
I'm not going to do anything to him. I'm just going to give him an odd look.
Just give him a heft.
Define odd.
That confusing look that makes him think twice about what I really want to do.
That might be worse than being sexually assaulted by either one of us.
Right?
Are you three okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, why?
Walk over and start to hug you.
I think I'm starting to get used to human beds.
Well, that's nothing to brag about. Going soft. Anyway,
The old guy makes
I don't
me-
believe you quoted as a price. It just, up front would be good.
Well,
I thought he said free.
no, definitely never would have said that.
We have no problem paying you.
Even in my sleep-deprived state. Such a potion as that, with its, rather difficult to obtain ingredients, and it's very finicky. If you are able to find some of the potion components, and he gives you a list, and obtain those on your own coin, then the price for the potion would be about 200 gold. If I have to obtain these items myself,
Nope.
then that obviously raises the price considerably. So, if you manage to obtain that, then come back and talk to me, and if not, then I will give you a new price. Quote, then.
Well, that's
However,
not a start. Anyway.
what was the language that you were wanting to have comprehended?
All of them.
It seems to have the stink of Underdark around it.
Well, there is the library, rather large building that you can see away to the east there. They do have some scholars there who could probably aid you in interpretation and, what's the word?
Translation?
Yes, thank you.
Well, it's sort of a sensitive matter. I did a 15 insight check on why he's talking himself out of business.
I don't think you
As someone with a merchant background myself, I find this to be peculiar.
He's hiding something from us, along with why the donkey wanted to go down that side road we didn't go down.
For a 15, you're pretty sure that Alan Finchley would be perfectly content if he never laid eyes on any of you again.
He likes us.
Oh,
He
we're gonna
really
stick
likes
around
us.
for a while.
And getting your
He's a
business
member of our party
would mean
now.
that you would be coming back again. He's really hoping to not have to be responsible for your return trip to Wensleydale.
I mean, he is.
Oh, wait,
He's the new party member.
Well, we'll see about getting those ingredients. There could be a long-running history of business between us and yourself. We could become quite close.
Oh, we
As
became
I'm
close.
wandering off.
Tell him he could be the ambassador for his people to our people. In that he hates us more than we hate him.
It's hard to do.
I'm sure that Kralis in the other town will be just thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
Thrilled. So, you step out of the wagon, and from the sort of merchant circle, you can see the rather large circular central building that marks the middle, the central focal point of Percivalborough. What are you rolling?
Nice. The middle one.
I rolled a 16 to make sure I don't step in horseshit.
You succeed in not stepping in horseshit.
That's
You're actually, while you're looking around for this horseshit, you find that actually, compared to other places that you've been, and you're a fairly well-traveled with your mercenary background, fairly well-traveled dwarf. There's not much in the way of horseshit around. They keep the streets...
They have a shit shoveler.
They keep the streets
Gorby!
clean.
Oh, that poor bastard.
They keep the streets very clean.
Oh my god, my proficiency bonus just went up.
Yay. So, yes, there's the large central building that has pillars coming down, and there are 3 doors, 6 sides on the thing. And coming off of the 6 sides of this central building, the streets run like wheel spokes. And around the center of town is obviously the merchant circle. So there's the large central building, and then everything closest to that are merchant buildings, wagons, little stalls, just all people selling stuff. There's a lot of stuff available for sale. Far more than you ever saw in Wensleydale. More than most of you might, well, certainly more than Trunk has ever seen, but the only thing that you would know of to rival this is the primary market hall in Dharn, Moldir.
I will buy it all.
And even there, there were limitations on what you could acquire, considering how self-sufficient Dharn Moldir was. They didn't do a lot of trading with the outside world, so everything that was there was things that could be made or grown or manufactured there. Here, there's everything. And the further you get from the center of town, it starts getting into residences, which are... Excuse me. Every now and again, my throat just seizes up on me and it's not lubricated anymore, and it hurts a lot. What was I saying? Yes. So it starts getting into residences, and, the ones that are closer to the inside of town are obviously much, much nicer. Everything that's out on the fringes is where it starts to decline in quality. One of the roads is a little wider than, coming in toward the center of town than the others, and then it circles around. And that is the road that you came up last night. You can see down at the far end, because it's a very straight road. You can see down the road the gate that you came in last night.
Down the road, huh?
So here you are.
Here we are.
What are you going to do?
Here I go again.
Make a lot of noise.
Here I go again.
We could go to the library. We could run up these
Going down
ingredients.
the only road.
I've ever known.
We could
Make a mess, Dave.
ask around for
It's not
necromancy.
making a mess, it's making a lot of noise.
That too.
I grabbed the closest human
Oh.
and asked him for the necromancer.
Where are they?
Okay, the closest human...
I asked in Dwarvish intentionally.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Off to a good start.
The nearest human
Hearts and minds.
Yep.
is a...
Bridging those gaps, babies.
Jeff, you're
Woman.
getting honey mustard on your character.
Yeah, like, I've moved that 3 times, and you keep moving it back. Nearest human is a woman who is busily setting up a stall
This'll go.
next to Alan Finchley's.
For a 19, is she attractive?
From your standards?
I have high standards. I mean, Sasha.
Yeah, she's maybe a little older than what you're strictly used to with your prostitutes. Like, if you think about Madame Auralia, she wasn't old by any stretch, but she was definitely more mature. This woman is a little bit more mature still. Little
So
wrinkled
looking for
around the
McDonald's.
eyes, and maybe a little more on the plump side.
Gmail.
She's...
What? What?
Jeez, Gmail.
Good God, no.
He doesn't even like that show.
What's wrong with you? Anyhow, so she's old and I'm yelling at her dwarvish after I grab her.
She's not old, but
Right.
she's older than you would want to.
I have to burn a spell saving an old lady from a heart attack. It's coming out of your pay.
Whatevs.
Also, we're not
So-
paying you. Spoiler alert.
No one's being ever paid for this. No.
So once they're outside, Trunk begins to read from the book again. Out loud.
Great.
Not the big, showy shouting. It's like muttering to himself. But it's out loud.
Okay.
It's in Dwarvish.
Trunk.
And it's legible. It's
Wait a second. You're reading from the book,
Yes.
which is written in Undercommon,
Yep.
In dwarvish.
which you still can't speak. And now you're reading it in Dwarvish.
I can understand it now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Uh-oh.
It's the only one I can do today, but yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Trunk, you've got no idea what you're doing.
Right now he could be doing anything.
Wait, did somebody translate this? While I was
What?
sleeping?
No, we're
Yes, I
going
did.
to the
I
library
translated
Why? It's already...
because, to be honest, Finchley's potion is a little bit on the dear side.
I mean, it's already done.
What?
What are you talking about?
The book!
Have you gone daft, boy?
It's translated.
Well, what does it say?
I'm saying it.
Apparently,
You're making that up.
I'm not making that up.
apparently it's telling him how to talk this conversation.
If I find out that you've been able to read Undercommon this entire time,
I will murder you.
Did nobody else have the dreams last night?
Dreams?
what dreams?
Oh.
Also, yes, what dream?
Did the alchemist date rape you or something?
I woke up to
what's
some
going on?
creaking.
I may or may not have made a pact with the devil.
Was it pale moonlight? Intersection of two crossroads?
I don't know, I wasn't the target.
Yes, there was a shovel involved. In a box.
Thank you.
Well, don't let it affect the quality of your work.
I don't know, we'll see.
So what's it say, fucker?
I read from the book.
So, it says that you understand it,
Mm-hmm.
but not that you can translate it.
Well, that's exactly what that means.
What are you doing with that distinction?
I don't know if there's a difference.
Like, I understand that pomme de terre is French for potato. So if I see pomme de terre, I can go
That's
potato.
I'm just saying what it says.
I don't think it
What
says
page
that.
are
I
you
don't
on?
think it says you can't translate it.
I don't know, it's somewhere in the middle.
Are you on the, like, heavily dog-eared, super used all the time page?
Probably not.
Okay.
I think that
Reading
would have
the
been
table of
one of the
contents.
first pages I read when I didn't understand it. And now I've moved on from that page.
Okay.
We've gone into the worst shit.
Right?
Further into the book.
Yep.
The page that you're on just talks about, like, the different ways of flaying the skin from a not necessarily dead subject. Because there's more than one way to skin practically anything, really.
Apparently.
Not just cats.
Well, this could be useful.
How?
I mean, if we're ever, in a dire situation, we'll know how to...
How to skin somebody.
I know how to cut skin
I'll
off.
find you, and I will
What's-
skin
Put it in
you.
a single clean piece.
First off, I don't need skin that bad. Secondly,
Well, if you don't...
killing them first is easier.
Yeah, they fight less.
They don't squirm as much.
But then there's holes in the
Easier, yes, but could be less fun.
Well,
Well, the eyes aren't
Break
part
the
of
neck.
skin.
if you do it in the right spot, there are only holes where you don't want it.
Yikes.
Unless you want to make a
Stab him right through
mask
the eye.
out of
There's
it,
already a
face.
hole there.
which would make you a weirdo.
Forced fist works every time.
Yikes.
Jazz.
What's up?
You got a little old lady.
Yeah, Dwarvish.
Dead like a
Well, I thought we were
television
retconning that because he said he could read the fucking book.
Yeah, he's doing a thing, but you've got the lady,
And I
and
stopped.
you're asking her questions in Dwarvish,
Yeah.
and she's just going,
What?
"Do you speak common, dearie?"
I yell back at her. Yes, I do speak.
Wonderful. Would you put me down, please?
Would you stop screaming?
I'm not shouting.
You are. You're talking down to me.
I would like to make
And
A
maybe that's my
medicine check
fault,
on
but
the
you're
old
still
lady.
talking down to me and I don't like it.
I'm sorry. Say again.
no money up. No, you wait.
Something about a wedding?
He's marrying the old lady.
Ah. Well, congratulations.
I would like to marry the old lady.
Mazel tov.
What the fuck?
It's a 19 plus 8 medicine check
For what?
to determine if she's deaf.
She's not deaf.
To determine if she's
Yet.
hard of hearing.
She's extremely hard of hearing.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Madam,
doesn't have
stay
that kind of
calm.
thing.
I'll get Jazz to put you down. Jazz, put the lady down.
She
Pick her
actually,
up higher.
for like what's going on, she's not really that distressed.
She's really fucking
She's-
loud though.
She just wants to be put down, but she's not flailing. She's not screaming.
I'm looking at you.
No,
going,
don't
"She's
let old
tiny, but
age
she's
get to you.
loud."
Being put down isn't the answer. You gotta fight all the way
Play
through.
catch with her. Play catch with her.
So I set her down.
Thank you!
Stop yelling at me.
I'm sorry, I don't realize I'm doing it.
Voice modulation syndrome.
I look at the father and go, seriously? Zone of silence, that one. Do that.
I think I know what the problem is.
Oh, sorry.
Madam, if you'll just hold still. By the power of Moradin, be a little quieter.
So what is it? The spell of voice modulation?
It's lesser restoration. It says you touch a creature and end one disease or condition, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poison affecting it.
So she's healed forever?
Well, I mean, unless it comes back.
Just like that guy with his
She's
cirrhosis of the liver.
She's healed for the next 30 years.
Yeah,
And
so
she'll
long
be deaf
enough.
Why is it 30 years?
Because I threw a number out there.
Oh, I didn't know if there was like a particular like.
Yeah,
well,
no, I just threw a fucking number out there, and it's
like
that now.
It's like half-life of radiation or something.
I don't know by the
how
looks
this
of her,
works.
she's got like what, 4 or 5
6 years.
Months
minutes
left?
left?
I don't just keeps yelling at me. It might be less than that.
His hammer does glow, so it might be irradiated.
Right.
Great.
That's what I'm saying. There's a half-life scenario involved here.
I mean,
So you put her down.
I did. And then-
Thank you! Oh, wow. I really am yelling.
No shit.
Is that better?
She's so excited. She can't even believe it. I don't know what you did, but I can hear again.
It wasn't me, milady. The
He hit
power
you
of
with a hammer.
Moradin.
I'm sorry, who?
Moradin.
Moradin.
Morty?
I immediately
the
look at
All
Tonto.
Father.
This is gonna
Yes.
take a while.
so let's go find those things.
Any
Oh,
relation
crap, we don't have the
to,
list. He does.
I do.
Wait, you have the list of the stuff
Yeah,
we
he
need?
gave it to me.
Oh, well, then fuck him. Let's just go find the stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
I was trying to eat the list and he took it.
Well,
Abadar.
good thing. Good thing.
Any relation to Abadar?
No, not really.
Yeah, I was going to take
Oh,
it.
well,
I mean, I'm
I'm
sure
certainly-
they get on fine.
I'm certainly grateful nonetheless. Wonderful. You see, living next to that church, the bells ring. I think it's had an effect on my hearing.
Yeah, this isn't going to stop that from happening again if you don't move.
Well,
From underneath those power lines.
anyway, what were you saying, young man?
We've left.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, well, no,
They split
we all
up.
left.
She turns around to say something to Jazz. Oh, well, thanks again. If you need any custom-made little scarves or hats for your pets, this is what I'm selling.
Buy a fucking hat, the pet hat, and put it on.
Actually, milady, I'm fairly interested. Do you have a shop?
Well, I have my little cart here.
Well, let me take a gander at your wares. I think I know somebody for whom a pet outfit would be just about right. Also, I have a few questions. While you're digging your wares out, we're new in town, and was wondering if you knew of anywhere where there happens to be, I don't know, sort of an icky, graveyardy, weirdo kind of people. Been causing some trouble. Roundabouts where we were from, thought they might have been from here.
Well, we have a graveyard, but as far as I understand, people that go there tend to stay where they belong. You might want to ask the sheriff.
No Icarus humors, glowing green gases, anything of the like?
Not that I've noticed. But then again, I haven't really looked.
Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Well, you could talk to the sheriff. Well, between you and I, talking to the sheriff doesn't always pan out, let's say. The deputy, on the other hand,
I've met a sheriff like that.
always willing to help.
Deputy, you say? Seat of power, all right.
The deputy, his name is Vincent Adair. He's a lovely young man. Very tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, well, maybe now you'll hear him whistle.
From across the street, I go, ew!
when you walk down the street,
Yikes.
ought to be your age again. Anyway,
Now that's funny.
young love.
Maybe the father's gonna get lucky with this broad.
Is there anything,
Just keeps rehealing.
unusual been happening around town? Oh, I like the pink one.
Gonna have to lesser restoration or hit at some point.
Christ.
That should be a standard heal.
That's a cantrip if I ever needed one.
Oh. What was your question?
Anything unusual been happening recently?
Well, not that I know of. Then again, I don't really get out very much. I just come down to the market square and I sell my little goods, and then I go back to my home and make more of them to come out and sell the next day.
Well, you'd probably heard about it if it's what I had in mind.
Oh, well, what did you have in mind?
People missing, people being poisoned, stabbed, various things. But presumably people in positions of power, city government, that kind of thing. Seems to be going around. Nasty business.
Well, I think that if anything had happened to Mayor Quincy, I would have heard about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have. A woman in your position has got to talk to a lot of people. Well, you'll be able to hear them better now, but it's neither here nor there. Where, by the way, is the city government's seat? Where the mayor might be found?
She turns and looks at the huge hexagonal building right in the middle of town and gives you kind of a duh look and points at it.
Well, you see, I thought that was a water cistern. Oh, well, live and learn.
Water cistern! Oh, lovely! I do love your droll sense of humor. We don't get nearly enough dwarves around here, and the elves are always so...
Elvish.
Yes, that's a very...
See, she gets it. I say to
Nobody.
nobody.
No one.
From across the street.
Alan eventually just stares daggers.
Why?
Because he's still nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not an elf.
No, he hates seeing any of our faces. That's what it is.
Yes.
It also doesn't understand.
Go away, and now you're talking to my neighbor.
So I'm presuming that several of these hats are somewhat silly in appearance.
At least 85% of them are ridiculous.
Spectacular.
And I'm assuming that at least one of them is both silly and pink.
Certainly.
I buy that hat.
Okay. The hat in question. It is pink. It is, like, it's not like the obnoxious pink, it's sort of a softer pink. But it has little ear holes for puppy ears. And it's pointed. It's a pointed hat with a little pom-pom on the end. And it sticks up about yay high off the top of the dog's head, and then it wraps around into a little scarf that can be tied into a bow tie.
That's adorable.
She charges you 2 silver pieces for it.
Old dame's got some balls on her.
I was gonna say, she thinks
Jesus.
highly of her wares. Holy crap.
Well, it is handmade, one-of-a-kind merchandise.
I know, but we're still talking in the sort of copper range for this sort of thing.
All right. I pay it.
Well, it would
This
be
ludicrous
it would
extortion fee.
20 copper.
Seven copper, maybe.
That's how we're doing this.
Okay. I pay her 20 copper.
Okay.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Have you, got a little doggy at home that might look adorable in this hat?
Well, let's just keep it so that I generally travel with some animals.
Cyber?
Whatever.
Did he just buy us a dunce cap? Is that what this is?
A tiny,
Put that
tiny
hat on,
pink
stupid, and shut up.
dunce cap
I wonder who's
with
probably
a
going to be wearing
pink
the
and
dunce
white
cap
pom-pom.
I don't know.
on the
It could go either way.
I don't know.
Well, madam, I
We'll
certainly
fight for it.
thank you for your information and your lovely company. Are you generally out in this location on a regular basis?
Yes, this is my stall here. This is my lot that I have rented right next to Mr. Finchley here. And, you can find me here most every morning between the hours of about 9 and noon. And then it is time for my tea.
Oh,
The
yes.
bells.
Well, charmed, milady. Also, just one more thing before I go. Do you know any purveyors of arms or armor with a good reputation? Being a merchant yourself,
She leans to one side, looks across the market circle.
Is everything I'm asking for just behind me? Like, with the largest billboard in the world?
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. Nothing like there are signs, but most of the signs for each of the individual
Is
stalls.
there anywhere to eat? Eat at Joe's. Eat at Joe's. Eat at Joe's.
Well, like you could eat at Joe's, but then you should probably maybe skip eating at Joe's and eat at Joe's instead.
You gotta eat at the good Joe's, not the bad ones.
So
downtown.
she leans to one side so that you can see around the big central building. Down that spoke there, maybe 40 yards or so, there's a rather large smithy there, and they do arms, they do armor, various things of that nature. Very, very talented smith, from what I'm led to understand. You understand, I don't have any use for that sort of thing myself.
Oh, but a lady with as many social contacts as I'm sure you must have through your business certainly has a gauge for their reputation, I'm sure.
Well, he did fix my wagon. She indicates her tiny little cart.
Red wagon.
Knowing nothing of wagon smithery, I nod at it knowingly, obtaining no information from the inspection.
Yep, that's
Right.
wood.
What is their firm's name?
Oh, well, it's simply called... You're gonna make me make up a name.
Wagons
Yup.
and stuff.
Do I have a name for that?
Wagons and stuff.
Wagons and such.
Wagons and shit.
Wagons and such.
Wagons, wagons, wagons.
I don't think I gave him a name.
I have a spectacular suggestion of the name of the place.
I just gave it spectacular.
Smiths. Smithston. Smithston.
I'm open to suggestions. Go ahead.
Do it.
Should I?
Just do it, Josh. Just do it.
All right. Give me just 1 second.
Oh, for the love of God! I didn't.
Holy
realize,
crap!
I
Like I didn't know it was
realize
going to be a goddamn production.
It took like a day and a half.
I'll give you the name of what mine is.
Also, you short-circuited my attempt at just making her rattle off at least 10 names before I was done talking with this little lady.
I mean, is that
Well,
really my fault?
To be fair, like, I knew the names of some of the key players. I just don't have the blacksmith written down.
The Defiant Dwarf Arsenal.
Defiant Dwarf Arsenal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously it's only applicable if...
Is it run by an elf?
No, it's got to be run by a dwarf.
No.
I don't know.
Totally could be ran by an elf.
It's run by just a really stocky halfling.
Here you go. You can just use all that...
No,
We go in there, we look at
No.
We'll look at it, we're like...
Ran by a really short, fat midget.
Like, aren't you just a sort of fat halfling? No, I'm a dwarf! You're just defiant about it.
So your beard is painted on.
It's real!
How dare you!
I'm at a loss for names at this point.
The Defiant Dwarf Arsenal. It's
No, I need a name of the guy.
Oh, well, I have his name in here,
Well, it
too.
depends on what he is.
Miguel.
He's
Arameth
human.
Anvilfall.
Jesus.
What?
He's human.
Ooh.
Never met an Anvilfall I liked. Rotten family. All the way down to their roots. Bad stone.
Well, that's what
Stones
happens.
don't have roots.
Anyway, she has told you that the smithy is simply called McTavern's Smithy.
McTaverns.
McTavern.
McTavern.
Mac
Tavern.
Ren.
Smithy.
All that time in McTavern's what we came up with.
Yep.
Graham McTavern. Because I was just going to go straight for Graham McTavish, and then I went, no. I'll tone that back a little bit.
You're going to dial that back just a half step. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
And also, before I forget, your name, madam.
I'm Mildred.
Ah, Mildred. It's a lovely name.
He yells from across the street. Ew!
It's a lovely name for a butt.
Mildred Cat Fancier.
Is that her adventure name? Cat Fancier?
I've officially run out of space on this page for new NPCs. I have to start a new page.
And you said there was a Abadar you're familiar with. I'm assuming there's a temple here for Abadar.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Are there any other temples?
Yes, there are actually several around. I just happen to live next to that one. I need names. Namesy. There's one to Arathis.
Arathis, alright.
Dune? Desert planet?
Might I recommend, if there happens to be a temple to the Raven Queen, they don't ring a lot of bells there.
Ding a dang dong.
Why no bells for the Raven Queen?
She's the goddess of death. It's a somber thing.
Not the inventory, but read the rest of it. You can zoom in.
What?
Anyway, I believe there's a church to Coralon.
Confused. What am I doing?
Not sure where
Read it all.
where in the city that is, but it's
Coralon.
No, Maglubius? I make a joke. 17 on Corlon, and
I don't
what
get it.
the hell?
God of magic and the arts.
Oh.
What? I don't get it.
Jesus.
I'm actually probably
What
familiar
is-
with it.
Give me a...
No, this is mine now.
Corlon, Abadar,
Arathis.
Arathis.
Am I missing something?
I'll explain it later.
Wait, what did he miss?
I have no idea.
1 R, 2 L's.
I was having him look at the trusty crates page. He doesn't even get it. Staring right there in the face the whole time.
He was literally staring you in the face and you didn't get it.
Just the 3.
No, there might be more. Those are just the ones that get the most attention.
Alright. And no creepy cults to your knowledge.
Not in my neck of the woods.
Well, that's good for property values, eh?
So about that tow rag, Father, should we be on our way?
I thought we already left him.
We did. We're sitting across the street.
Oh.
Yeah.
Being so productive. We're going to split the party, but not for a purpose.
And not really
And not
that
very far.
much.
It's
We're
like
just gonna
15
go
feet.
over here.
Just on the other side of the road.
Alright, well, thank you very much. I will, I'll probably see you again. We kind of like to bother this guy over here.
He sticks his head out of the wagon.
I thought you were busy.
I am very busy.
Well, see, this
Morning, Mildred. Good morning, Alan.
this is why you lost wages in what's this?
That other town we were
The other town that I've forgotten the name of already.
Wensleydale?
Because you're always sticking your nose out when you should be working. More diligence, lad. That's my response. My advice, and I wander.
You intentionally just use your hammer, like the handle part of the hammer, to pull the rope that's connected to the chalk block out as you walk away.
So while you're muttering at Alan Finchley but walking away in the opposite direction, Mildred starts saying, "Oh, you should be nicer to poor Alan. He works very hard," and she's doing the same thing you're doing. She's talking to you to herself and just sort of walking away and
Old people.
This
are
isn't
weird.
World of Darkness. There's no composure roll.
no.
Alright.
What are you rolling?
It's like a wisdom check. 18 plus 5. I'm alright.
Okay.
We do business with the man. He's complaining about a downturn in profits, and I just neither here nor there. Oh, allergic to cats.
Alright. So, what are the rest of you doing? Just standing around
Sitting
across
across
the
the
street being creepy as fuck?
Yeah.
Waiting.
I just keep yelling "ew" like on every 4-minute intervals.
All right. So what are you layabouts doing? And miss a charming conversation with a
I thought we were
darling
going to
old
look
lady.
at-
Waiting for you to
for
get
stuff.
your dick wet. Yeah, I went there.
Anyhow,
I bought you a hat.
I bought you a hat.
We'll get to that later.
I'll fucking wear it.
Where do we want to go first?
I would like to go to. Do they have an armory or a blacksmith in town?
They do. That was
Ooh.
part of what I was
House of
finding
Ill
out.
Repute.
We'll get to that later.
Several relevant locations inside the town. Apparently, just down there is a well-respected smithy run by a
Mikhail.
Taven hash something. I don't know.
Hashtag.
I'm sure it'll be on the sign. I'll see it when I know it.
All right, so we're gonna go this way, and we're looking for a ginger.
Alright.
How'd you get that out of there?
She didn't tell me anything about any
Mac.
greengrocers.
No, Yeah, I know what you are saying. What I am saying is now changing it now to Mick. And by default, Irish. Therefore, redhead.
You, as a dwarf, don't know where Ireland is.
Ireland doesn't exist as a dwarf. I'm saying that it's Josh, and I exist, damn it!
Stop
That's
existing.
debatable.
No, you don't. You don't exist, Josh.
In my reality, I do.
But your reality is false.
That doesn't make me any less real in my own reality.
But it makes your reality not real.
That was crazy aggressive. What was that about?
Sometimes my hair hurts.
Anyway,
And to give myself a forcible head massage. It feels good.
the charming young lady says that he has a wonderful
trust her.
reputation.
Good.
Also, I found out where the mayor is. It's in that cistern-looking building over there.
Find out who the murderer is.
City Hall.
Why would the mayor be in the cistern as we're walking towards the smithy?
Well, apparently it's not a cistern.
Are you sure?
It's supposed to be fancy.
Are you sure?
Who puts the
'Cause it
town
looks
hall in a
kinda like a cistern.
Well, she was pretty adamant about it being the place.
Maybe she's wrong.
I think she's wrong. Maybe
Also,
she's just senile.
I found out when dealing with local law enforcement, sort of skipped down the chain a bit. Talk to the deputy.
You don't deal with underlings. Trunk does that.
Yeah, well, anyway, if it comes
You
up,
deal with the underlings. That's what you do. You're like the king of the underlings.
I'm led to
Yeah.
understand that the sheriff is a little...
What?
What motherfucker?
No, it's true. You run everybody.
You're the king
I mean,
of the
except
underlings.
us.
Been mutilated.
Everybody else you do.
Well,
Led to understand that the sheriff is a little... cray-less.
I mean, can't you fix that with your hammer?
Not very useful. Well, can't really smack utility into people.
Well, I mean, let me try.
President company excluded, of course. Eyebrow.
you shit.
I have tried.
Speaking of, here's your hat. So yes, we make our way to the smithy.
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 Got me a hat. I'll give you a hat.
You know, for a lanky woman, Mildred, a nice lady.
Well, she wasn't bearded. I thought you were into the bearded part.
Well, I mean, you know.
Maybe she wears her beard a little lower.
But does the carpet match the drapes?
I hope not.
Anyhow, so we make it to the smithy.
Yep.
Easily.
You arrive at the smithy.
Woo!
Rather
Bewildered.
grand building. Considerably larger than some of the others that are around it. There's smoke billowing from the chimney. You hear the sounds of hammering coming from inside.
Is there moaning with that hammering?
No.
Okay.
You got a text message.
It's text alert.
Pipe laying is done at the plumber's.
So I just push open the door. I'm assuming there's a door.
Yes.
Push open the door. And I look around and I walk in first.
Macintosh, I think it was. Oh no, says McTavern on the sign. All right.
I'll be with you in just a moment. Feel free to browse about the shop.
Okay.
Do I recognize the accent? And what would I roll for that?
An accent check.
History? Something else?
Let me see what you got here.
I got an 11 on the die, so whatever you think. Also, all of those numbers are one higher.
We're going to go with an insight
It's like,
on this.
all right.
Gonna need an insult check.
So that's... It says 7, so plus 8.
Hang on. I'll give you
Yeah.
an insult check.
He's gonna roll an insult check.
So,
Bellied.
Here comes a potato Irish
for
potato
your
famine
19
joke.
insight check, you're going to guess from his accent that not only is he not from here originally,
That's a pretty
but
good insult.
he comes from the country away down to the south. Like, considerably souther than Dharn Moldir.
Souther.
So he's got a draw, one might say, in his speech.
Drawl is the word that you were looking for.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said draw.
Does he
that's
say
what I said.
Warsher?
What?
Drawl.
Yes. Does he wash dishes?
You gotta wash your hands in the zinc.
And also,
I'm pretty sure
and
you do that,
also,
you
is there
die.
an R in toilet?
I feel like
Turlet.
Toilet, yes.
Turlet.
there is the R.
No, because they don't say
Drawl.
toilet, they say commode.
So, is the guy done with the doings and the...
He's wrapping up and...
Alright, so... Well, I don't fucking see my own feet.
Nice.
What happened?
I rolled in that one for trying to perceive if I seen any crossbows on the
He's
wall.
not from around here,
So,
but he doesn't sound like a dwarf.
you're looking around at the walls, trying to look for crossbows, and you fail entirely to see the orange tabby cat curled up in the floor. You step on its tail, and it absolutely loses its mind.
And I do not remove my foot from the cat.
And it just starts, like, scratching the living shit out of your legs. Because you didn't get off and let it run away.
If you're level 1, you'd be dead by now.
That's not a rug. Move.
What?
Move. You're standing on the cat.
What? And I did lift up the wrong foot first and look underneath the foot. Then, oh! What is this? And I pick it up and I hold it there. What is this?
It's a cat.
What?
It's
angry.
It's hissing and...
You stepped on it.
Well, I mean, why would it be laying there? Get a job, and I just give it kind of a not a damaging throw, but kind of a
It lands on its
toss.
feet
Of course, it
and skitters under the counter,
I'm gonna have to buy
where
him
it
a hat.
glares at you.
is.
Little yellowy green eyes.
I stepped on your rug that's alive.
Rug that's alive.
Also, your rug's alive.
You might want to look to that.
Because that shouldn't be a thing.
And also, world's smallest rug. What is that about?
You're welcome, Matt bit me. I do not feel welcome.
So, a sort of large, gruff, like, if he weren't so tall, you could almost believe that he had some dwarvish blood in him.
He's a mole.
He comes out, wiping his soot-covered hands
Martin mole.
on a cloth. Welcome, welcome. I'm Graham McTavern. This is my shop. Where's that ruckus I heard?
You're welcome, Matt bit me.
I
stole that from you. Thank you, by the way.
I haven't got a welcome mat. Welcome mat.
Yeah, you do. It's orange. I threw it over there.
Under the cupboard.
Oh, poor little rubella.
I
Named the cat after a disease.
Wow! I just got that. Wow!
I might have to check him for mumps later. He doesn't necessarily look where he's going all the time. That's what.
But I'm vaccinated.
You ought to be careful. There's a lots of sharp and pointies around here.
What? No.
Flail.
You're as bad as this guy.
What?
So I was interested in the potential, if you have wares as far as heavy crossbows and bolts.
Ah, Wonderful, wonderful. Follow me. So he leads you off into sort of an anteroom off of the main showroom,
I
so
am
to speak.
intentionally watching out for the biting welcome mat.
Yes. So the main room when you first walk in is all melee weapons. He's got huge axes, he's got great swords, he's got long swords, he's got lots of stuff in there. He leads you off into an anteroom, which is all ranged weapons. He's got crossbows, longbows, lots of stuff. What was it you were looking for?
Dwarven heavy crossbow.
A dwarven heavy crossbow. Well, we don't have much call for a dwarven anything round these parts. However,
What you do now?
we could possibly modify one of our existing units. He pulls one down off of the...
Him and the cat.
Yes,
Yeah, him and the cat.
him and Rubella, you know.
It's a weird way to... Anyways.
Here, try this one on for size. So he hands it to you and invites you to...
Ah!
Shoot the cat! Shoot
It's
the cat!
It's not...
Load it and shoot the cat!
Well, I don't have any bolts, and
If
that's
I
not
have-
good for it to dry fire.
Yes.
If I have to burn my revivify to
On a cat.
bring a goddamn cat back to life,
I have bolts.
I'm not doing it.
I mean, they're hand crossbow bolts, but it's still bolts.
No, basically, all of the weapons have the equivalent of a trigger lock on them. Without him disabling this device, it can't be dry fired, it can't be wet fired, it can't be
Gross.
fired. He's just inviting you to hold it up and see how you like the feel of it.
Well, I like it. I wish it was made of something a little heftier.
Heftier!
Yeah.
Interesting!
Well, the dwarven crossbows aren't made out of wood at all.
What are they made out of?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know, but it's a lot harder than whatever this is. This looks like wood. Is it not wood?
It is wood.
Father, do you know what they make the dwarven crossbows out of? I'm not sure. I know it's not wood, though.
Petrified wood.
some sort of metal. I don't know. Crossbow. Well, I've got mine,
You have a heavy
but
dwarven
it's a
crossbow?
light crossbow.
He uses the junior one. He's old.
I don't like to go to it. Mostly everything needs a good thumping.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's much better than putting cocktail toothpicks through it.
No cocktail toothpicks.
Excuse me.
What? What?
I failed.
What?
What? Josh.
I no sooner than get it out of my mouth before I'm going, what the fuck did I do?
You can't even get past the cock.
Josh, what are cocktail toothpicks?
No, your guess is better than mine.
Well, you know, when you're eating a whole bucket of dicks, and they get stuck in your teeth. Durr.
Just a whole bucket of dicks.
You know.
Yes. Because it's a pail. It's
So-
a pail of dicks.
What I was going to say,
beyond
and
the
failed
pale.
miserably at attempting it, was you have the small crossbow, the
I have
mini
a
one.
hand crossbow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the toothpick shooter, right? I mean, this is a little bit bigger, not
So
much,
it
but
is.
Shish kebab skewers.
yes.
Ow.
So, how much for this and metal?
Ooh, metal.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never heard of anyone wanting to make one out of metal before. Usually they want to cut down on the weight, not increase it for no real benefit.
Well, they take a long time to reload, and sometimes you just gotta hit the guy with it. If you don't stop him the first time.
Well, let me draw your attention to this particular piece. He walks you down the line a little bit further. There is
Shows
a...
me a heavy repeating crossbow instead.
Go ahead and
There-
enjoy my area.
There is a crossbow. Now this is made of mahogany. It's wood that's practically like stone. Here, take a heft of this.
My eyes
And he
narrow.
hands it to you.
Yeah, wood like stone. Fuck you. First of all,
He hands it to you, and while this crossbow is approximately the same dimensions as the one that he had you looking at previously, it is rather significantly heavier. and you can, like, just sort of feel in the grip of it. It doesn't really give in the way that wood generally
This is like dark wood? What
is
is
expected
this?
to do. It's also a lovely cherry color.
What is the limb
a hell of an
constructed
idea.
out of?
Then you can just
What is
downswipe.
the limb constructed out of? Is it a steel,
Yes,
spring steel,
Yeah.
or is it some sort of
it's spring steel.
horn? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's good.
So, my compatriot has provided an interesting idea. Would you be able, and therefore willing, if I was to purchase this particular crossbow, to take one of these, and I pull out my hand axe, one of these blades here on the underside so that I may smite my enemies with it?
Oh, I like the way you think, laddie.
That's
Yes.
the way I think.
Yeah, it's,
Thank you.
Eh.
That was my idea.
Well, whomever. Yes.
No,
Yes, custom work. Custom work we will do. We will do. And by we, I of course mean I, because Rubella, well,
she's shit with the
she's
forge.
she's good with catching the mice, but she doesn't hammer so well.
I don't know. I could
Little
use
joke.
her.
Little joke.
Well, I mean, it's got 9 lives.
That brings a whole new.
Only got about
vivid
6.5
visual
left.
to the whole powering the pussy thing.
Oh my
Oh my god.
god damn
Back
it.
to this again.
Both Dave and Trunk unanimously do that.
If you keep stepping on them, we're gonna have a riot.
Ryan, what?
Jesus
A
Christ.
pussy riot.
That's not a thing. There's not a thing.
Which is the name of a band.
No,
It's
that's
a
not a
marching
thing.
band.
Ask Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No,
What?
it's a thing. Google Pussy Riot when you get home. It won't be porn. Probably.
I mean, it
Well,
then,
some of them
fuck's
won't
the
be
point?
funny.
probably like a 50-50 chance that
I
it
mean,
will
the
be.
first few results might not be porn. After that, you're on your own.
So, you want me to use this particular hand axe?
Well, unless it would be easier for you to make a custom blade that was in, part of this unit. I don't know what would be easier for you.
That would probably be easier to start from scratch instead of having to take something that already exists and incorporate it into something else that already exists.
Right. So yeah, something like that, along those lines, is what I'm looking for.
Wonderful!
How much would something like that roughly go for?
Well, the cost of the crossbow is about 150 gold. And then for the modifications, I'll let you have that for 50 gold, so we'll call it an even 200.
And how much for bolts?
Bolts are cheap. You get 10 for a gold.
You look at me for it.
I'm thinking, not knowing that if it's going to be beneficial for him to make, more impressive, tips on the bolts.
Like, stick a hand axe on them.
Touch the tips.
Are you looking for some grenades on the tips?
No.
We can. I'm sure somebody can
Yeah, no,
manufacture
yeah,
that.
no, I
Only
think
for
we
a
just-
moment.
We'll have to find the alchemist for that one.
No, it wouldn't be an alchemist.
No, I was thinking more like a little sharper, more heinous edges, and maybe some poisonous ones. Of course, I don't know what kind of town we're in.
Are you...
Trying to facilitate getting poison might be looked down upon.
That's
I think.
my alley. Thank you very much.
What?
That's my alley. Thank you.
We have tea, but it's not quite the same thing to drink it or get
Drink
shot
it.
with it.
Drink it or I'll shoot you.
Drink it and I'll shoot you.
Shoot you right down the throat with its ingestible poison.
Oh. So that'll be fine. I fork over the 200 and what I assume is probably going to be 20 gold, 220 gold for all the bolts.
So you're getting 200 bolts?
Well, yeah, because I'm going to take and lump a couple of them together and then dip them in whatever poison I manage to get my hands on.
Where are you people getting your sweet, sweet money?
I've had the money. I've only used it twice.
Wow.
What little money I had.
He has
I keep not telling you guys if I find money.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
son
he
of a
keeps-
bitch is rich.
He keeps stealing money because that's
He's
what
rich.
he do.
I just haven't been spending any of mine. I've been talking about all the things I was going to buy, unlike my real self, which I just don't do either.
Well, we got a recommendation to come down here from Mildred, if you know her.
Oh, lovely, lovely lass. She has me round every Sunday afternoon for tea.
Yes, she's a delightful lady. Recommended you, so I thought I'd pass that along. I asked her, but she seemed like maybe she might be a little insulated from sort of the darker news around town, you know. Sweet old lady like that. Anything out of the ordinary been happening around here? Anything, terrible?
Well,
Weirdo cults?
cults? No, not that I know of. But
Murders? That
then
kind of
again, mayhaps I'm a little insulated myself. Not
Take off your
murders. There's been
roving bands of orcs burning the countryside, that kind of thing.
now that I think I would have noticed. The only thing I can say is that the local thieves guild has been a little uppity of late. Been trying to expand their boundaries, and the local law enforcement is having difficulty keeping them
Trouble.
contained.
Is it kind of like a protection thing? You gotta pay them, or
Well, I can't speak for the rest of the merchants, but they don't really give me any trouble.
Well,
He hefts his
I should think
hammer and whacks it against the anvil. Can't imagine why.
it's got a nice ring to it.
Doesn't it, though?
You mind?
Oh, by all means.
Whack! Bless.
ring ding ding.
It doesn't
ding,
really
ding.
work on objects, but I do it anyway.
Up to 3 creatures within range.
I kind of do the thing that I did for Jonas. You made me roll some stuff for that, I think.
That's cocked.
Cocked.
That's better.
15 religion check. I don't know what else.
So, the anvil glows a little bit, as does the head of your hammer. And Graham McTavern goes, "Ooh, neat. How'd you do that?"
Oh, power of Morden. Seems to be pleased with the quality of your anvil.
May I have a look at your... I didn't need to touch it if that's an issue, but may I look at it?
I hand it over and I look at Jazz. With a significant look.
He scrutinizes the handiwork and very specifically the holy symbol that is carved into the side of the hammer. This is very fine work. Of course, dwarven manufacture, I'm sure. Where did you come by this?
Oh, that was made an awfully long time ago.
This is going to take a while.
So how about that list we're supposed to be looking for stuff?
When I
off
first
of? Let's
started
go
out-
get to
He
that.
makes me come up with names. I make him come up with a backstory for his fucking hammer.
I don't think we need the list anymore.
When I first started out on my
I can read it.
calling to the clericy, I
Yeah,
had
but we
a
might want the
blacksmith out in the Iron Hills
No,
make
There's
me
poisons
this
on the
hammer.
list.
Oh, the Iron
No,
Hills!
the list was for the potion.
That's a way down
Other
south.
things
That's
than just
fairly
that
close
crap
to where I
that
was
stuff
born.
that goes in there.
I
Just
thought
like
I
one thing.
recognized the
Yeah, I
accent
don't
a
think
little
there's
bit.
gonna be any
It does
poison
give me away, doesn't it?
There might be.
Yes, there's a smith.
Pretty
Well,
sure
There
Not-
could be.
at the time,
Poisons.
he was about
There
the
could
right
be
age.
poisons on the
Master
list.
Smith.
Comprehend languages.
Gone
Yes.
now, of course.
Don't think that's how that potion
I
works.
was but a
It could be.
wee lad of about...
No.
Don't think that's how that works.
But it could be.
That's exactly how it worked.
You're welcome for my cat-like reflexes.
A wee
See, if I
lad of
wouldn't be
about
stepping on cats, I'd be fine. I jinxed myself.
60 years or so. Anyway,
So-
Sausage fat.
Grimwald
Grimwald.
I feel like making his hammer really warm.
So while the guy is distracted,
Why are
You fuck this up for me, I swear to God.
that's a 19.
Grimwald
I'm nicking something.
Stonebeard. Grimwald Stonebeard. Best smith I've ever seen. Pardon, no offense.
Daggers, some
I believe
bolts.
his son is still in
The
business.
cat.
Oh, that.
As
that maybe.
if when I've left home, which was about 12, 13 years ago.
Oh, and you got certainly a lot, more recent information than I do about the old homeland.
12,
Both the
13.
cat and the smith are oblivious.
Nice.
I haven't been out of the cloistered clericry at Dharn Moldir in 60 years.
Dharn Moldir. Now, is that the one that is just away down south, down by past? Oh, what's the name of that city?
No.
Alder.
And also yes.
Alder something.
Ah, you mean the former city of Aldergrove.
Former city.
Razed to the ground.
You don't say.
Orcs. Yeah, that's why I'm asking around.
Oh, terrible business. Dreadful. What happened to all of the people?
You're a terrible
Well,
business.
those that made it out, see, you understand, we came a little after the fact. I tell you, I would have given them what for. But those that survived made their way up to Wensleydale.
Ah,
That's right.
I dare say we'll be seeing some of them up here before too long.
There's a smith out of Aldergrove who we set up with a proper shop in Wensleydale.
You don't mean Jonas?
No, the very one, Jonas Kincaid. Do you know Jonas?
Oh, delightful lad.
Oh,
Switched
yes.
accents just
Tries very hard. We had some dealings with him. He had a contact or other we wanted to talk to, but poor lad was just out of work. You know, his smithery burned down and everything. A terrible smith in Wensleydale at the time, just awful. Well, we set up a smith off, and Bob's your uncle. Jonas is now in
I don't
business.
think I'm stealing with that. 14.
Nope. The cat starts to hiss at you.
The cat can suck it. Did you step on that cat again?
No, I did not step on a cat.
21
Well, it must
Perception.
remember
from the cat now hissing.
You see him, like,
you.
looking at things a little too closely.
Trunk?
And the cat is, arch-backed, just hissing at you. Ah, Rubella. What be going on?
Not here. I am not going to save you from this man's hammer, in Dwarvish.
Yes.
I'm gonna go pet the cat.
The cat is a little wary of you. If you're just going to pet the cat, it'll continue to eyeball Trunk, and then will, purr and rub against your
Is it
legs.
going to resist me attempting to pet it?
No.
Petting it like the
As
grapes
long
of
as-
wrath.
Well,
All you're doing is petting it.
well, I mean, it's not gonna know what I'm actually doing.
Give no matches to Mikey. I don't care what Mikey say or Mikey do. You don't give no matches
Hey,
to Mikey.
Mikey, I think he likes it.
You folks bring matches for Mikey?
Trunk will just go outside and wait. He's got his take from the shop.
No, good, because I was only gonna give you 6 seconds anyways.
I got what I wanted.
Well, Bell had caught him regardless.
I mean, unless
Yeah,
Bellhead
the
is
cat
actually
would've
going to
stopped
stop me,
hissing.
I'm still taken.
I don't know if I saw what
So what
you
were
doing.
you doing? Because
It would have been stunning you.
When
Stunning
you were
attack.
doing it.
All I literally have to do is be able to touch it, and I can hit its key.
okay, does that have any noticeable
You
effect?
give me
Because
that,
the
I
guy
don't know.
was
Stun it. That's it.
Pep talks.
the guy was literally looking at the cat and asking it why it was flipping out,
Yeah, no, it would be just like me petting it, and it's a key
and then
strike.
it goes to sleep.
No, it just
It just
kind
becomes
of
catatonic.
lays catatonic
Oh.
for like 6 to 24
God damn
seconds.
it.
Cat-atonic.
And then you can take it for what ails you.
Which is biting doormat. See? This all rolls together.
Alright, so
I say we shave it while it's under.
you
Well,
have
you
an
only got
order
6
put in
seconds to
for
change.
a
Shave it with fire.
custom mahogany heavy crossbow and bolts. He says that you may take the bolts with you now if you like.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he want full payment or partial payment? What are we looking at here?
Well, if you're going to take the bolts with you,
Just pay for the bolts.
pay for the bolts.
All right.
You can put a down payment on your other item, which will help him to rush the job if you want.
Okay.
And by rush, I mean just get it done faster, not fuck it up because he's going too fast.
Right. I give him the full amount of $220, or 220 gold pieces, which should accommodate the total
Okay.
cost of all things. And then I ask him where I might be able to procure some potions and such.
Well, for potions, there's that alchemist bloke. He's traveling lot. He doesn't have a permanent shop here, but he
didn't
rents a
know-
stall.
I spoke with him. He seemed a little fey, so I was looking for maybe someone different.
Well, we do have an apothecary.
Do you know?
Yes, it's the next spoke over, a little bit further out of the centre of town. Big shop, can't miss it.
Is there a name or a sign that would help me?
Well, it says apothecary.
Oh, there we go. That'll work.
Well, let's go look for Deadly Nightshade.
Shh.
For X nay on the I shade nay.
Sure. I don't.
What? It
I-
makes great tea.
We already have great tea.
It's true.
No,
we do.
that tea is not great. It burns holes through wooden floors.
I could poison the old lady and the smith. Too bad I have no reason to.
And also, quit challenging your character's alignment.
I'm just saying.
It's easier to let me
I've got
do that.
all the clues I need to kill these people
Aren't you lawful?
that I don't want to kill.
Lawful evil, yeah. Which means whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do it.
Because the king put him in charge.
Yeah,
It's a loyalty thing.
His code
Yeah.
is to the
to the law as
to the
well.
dude,
No.
to the chain of command,
Yeah, exactly.
which is the Rutten chain I go and get and beat you with until you understand who's in Rutten command here.
Okay. So,
So I get a new dagger? Yes?
You are paying for that, right? I mean, don't be a prick about it.
No, I stole it.
I know.
I stole it fair and square.
That's not how any of this works. You can steal from people we
That's
don't
how
like.
I
That's
work.
fine. We actually like this
We don't
guy.
even know him.
He's a friend of Jonas's.
I mean, that's enough.
Well, that's...
Go back and steal from the shithead we rode into town with.
I did.
He already stole everything that wasn't nailed down.
Well, not
Steal
everything.
stuff that's
can't
nailed
steal
down.
dag stuff.
Steal the nails.
All nailed down.
I'll do that
Thanks
once
for
we
the
get back.
stuff, Norby.
That's what you need is a level of like druid so that you can mess with the metal of the nails, the things that are nailed down, and then steal it.
All right. So,
Making my way to the apothecary.
I haven't even found the Thieves Guild yet.
Making my way down south. Walking fast.
Do they have
South?
any ideas
Yeah.
where the
Basic
Thieves
patch,
Guild
and we're
is
homebound.
most active? Not being able to stop them very well, but where are they getting most of their trouble spots?
well, the Thieves Guild mostly is working here in the market circle. Pickpockets and the like. They're not. Well, they don't come around here very much. The cat doesn't like them. You understand?
Pretty good judge of character.
What are you trying to say?
Pop that. Oh.
God
What
damn
the
it.
fuck?
I couldn't
We're just never gonna get off of that.
You're
are we?
good.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, well. I don't
But I
suppose
don't-
they all dress in black.
Ah, they do actually.
Oh,
Makes
my
them
God.
dreadfully obvious.
That's the men in.
All right, well, And you say law enforcement's having a difficult time.
Well, law enforcement, they're...
I don't know the song.
I feel like there are more
I don't know the song.
thieves than there are law enforcement. They might be on the take, you never can tell. Of course, that sheriff, well,
I know a different
I'll not
song.
speak ill.
Not,
Oh, I switched to Men in Black.
Oh, what?
not getting reelected from you, huh?
Uh, he's been the sheriff of this town since I got here more than 10 years ago.
Corrupt.
Strange, a random question. Do you happen to know any of the Carruthers family?
Carruthers,
Any dealings with them?
the name's not ringing any bells.
Kralis? Is that like a Miss Kralis? There's a couple people we're looking for.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding dong.
Kralis, wasn't that the name of the sheriff down in Wensleydale?
It is, yeah. I'm trying to get a message to his daughter. And
His daughter? I didn't even know he had a daughter.
He does, and we want to see that Tootsie Roll.
cotton candy.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
I mean, you probably could have done.
I totally
You
could have.
probably could have done. You just didn't even try. You didn't even try.
Chose not to even imply any self.
He tells you that he didn't know that he even had a daughter.
Well, I won't say it's not strange, but anyway.
I'm gonna make a third theft check if we stay here much longer.
I thought you said you went outside.
Well, I did, but I'm gonna come back in and
We
see
steal a
what-
couple-
As soon as you come in, the cat starts hissing at you again.
I'm just chatting. This is the guy who's doing business here.
Cat can suck.
He's already completed his business and paid the man for his work. You're just keeping him from doing it.
All right, well, we're ready to go.
Yes.
I guess
Very thoroughly.
I would like to go to the apothecary when we get the opportunity. Is there anything else more pressing that needs to be done at the moment?
We gotta check out the Merchants Guild.
Oh, we need to get to that library.
Why? I thought he speaks common.
Yeah.
Or not common, under common, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
What
I
we're
can
thinking
translate
it.
this book.
That's what we're thinking
Well,
it
so
is.
you say. It's probably worth getting a second opinion on.
I don't
Or
think
maybe a
that's true
third.
at all.
I mean, it can't hurt. I mean, why don't you just write it down?
Why don't you
Right.
flip back to the section that the kids were looking at? Didn't they have that?
I do that immediately
The rat.
and begin reading out loud.
Well, we need something dead first, don't we? They
Hang on, there's a cat over here.
So
Yeah.
what is that section about?
It is about resurrecting a dead body.
As what? As a full... What the person was? As a zombie minion?
Zombie minion.
Is it particularly humanoid, or does it specify?
It does not specify.
Did not specify.
If we leave the Smith with a zombie cat, he might be a little pissy. And I may not get my belongings back.
Well,
I didn't suggest
first-
the cat.
First, we'd have to kill
He
the
did.
cat.
Well, he did, but he's not the one reading.
I know, I'm just saying.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
But
Well,
Zombie cat, zombie cat.
I looked Ainsley over. He wasn't a zombie.
not yet.
Who?
Ainsley. Whoever that is.
Brodick Ainsley was the leader of the Thieves Guild in Wensleydale.
All right, whatever. The dead councilman who is now the only living councilman other than Sarah.
The
Amherst.
smashed
Amherst.
pinky.
Amherst over.
Smash Pinky. The Forced Fist.
He was no zombie. Carruthers, on the other hand, after that thing that happened.
So have you guys
Sorta
departed
was.
the smithy?
Yes, we're standing out in
Thank you.
the
I'm
thing.
speaking in Dwarven anyways. I don't know
Like,
about
if
the
you
rest
guys,
of these
if the
yahoos.
four of you are just carrying on a conversation
that
in
was
Dwarvis
pretty
right in the middle of the man's shop, like, that's...
No, I wonder. I have to wonder
He's
out
got
to what
work to
he's doing, which is outside.
So we walk outside, and I suggest that perhaps it might be beneficial, time compliance wise, if you seek out the library with Trunk and the book, and me and this one can go to the apothecary. Seems how we're going to be of no use to you with the whole book thing.
What's at the apothecary?
Stuff.
The apothecary.
Stuff.
I gave you the most ridiculously stupid, dumbfounded look you've ever seen.
And
I
also
believe
things.
everything before dumbfounded.
Or you could just take the founded off of the end.
That too.
Alright, so there was a proposal to split the party.
There's no handled animal.
For my part, I say
Well, this is going to be a quick go of things.
you people hate
That
me.
sounds about right. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, if you choose to just not believe me for no reason.
Are you
Jerk.
are you including the male-female thing?
Are you conjugating the verbs properly?
That.
It is a
The
literal...
thing that God just said from the sky in the female voice.
It is a
That.
literal as can be reading.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right. Are you
He's
using the
reading-
proper inflection?
He's reading it totally monotone.
Right? I don't know. It's monotone.
Well,
So I
Amherst
suddenly
was
feel like
not
I'm back
a
in Campbell
zombie.
Nowak's class.
See what?
Monotone
So
reading.
either there's another section, or this isn't involved.
All right, you two go check on that. We'll be back.
Okay.
We'll meet you back at the cistern-looking thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
This thing got a title.
The cistern thing.
Yes.
Bounce.
Yep.
The art of Taurogian necromancy.
Torag. Necromancy.
Well, great.
Twarg.
Is there a table of contents?
No.
It's written in the blood of the ancients. I don't think they did that.
Well, not properly citing their sources.
I mean, I don't know if it's actually the blood of the ancients, but it'd be cool if it was.
I don't think Torag's a pantheon.
Taurog is not cool.
Not cool.
He's cooler than you.
Well, yes.
He's got his own book. What do you have?
Do I have to give you the tear lecture?
The what?
The
The
tear.
Taurog Abuse Resistance Education lecture?
I forgot about that.
You know that stuff doesn't work. It just makes it worse.
Said if ever there was a time that I wanted to study the works of Taurog, it's right now during this Taurog Abuse Resistance Education class.
Right?
Because if ever there was a time to be just completely high, it was during the fucking dare class.
Well, I got the workbook straight from Cleric Bellino.
Also, that was
God damn it.
What?
Dare class was not the best time to be. No.
Fucking baloney.
So moving right along,
Mm-hmm.
are we legitimately splitting the party?
Again,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, to facilitate the two things at once.
it's kind of our thing
All right.
at this point.
I'm actually starting
Pick a
to get the
representative
impression
between
that
the
he
two of
knows what
you.
he's talking about.
Pick a representative between the two of you
Where are they going?
They're going to
to the apothecary.
No, I don't need to go to the apothecary.
Wait.
We'll go see the mayor.
Sure, I'll be their representative as well.
Yeah. Ha!
Oh my god!
Alright, so I'm stealing everything.
Those of you,
One hop this time.
those of you who are the,
Crisscross!
Thank you. Everyone's leaving me hanging over here. Slide to the left.
those of you who are the representatives of your twosome roll,
Which is me for both.
roll just a straight d20.
You do it. Put that down.
I bet you couldn't do that again if you
Yeah,
tried.
It's a 10.
That's a 16, bitch. You're going first, yo.
I don't know what
That's
you're rolling
not
for.
how that's.
That's
I'm representing.
well. God says I get to roll. What?
Are you just going to keep
Okay.
fronting this whole time? Or are you going to do...
All right.
I,
So you two take a back seat and shut up for a minute. Alright, Grogneck and Jazgruli.
Yeah.
You go off in the direction that Graham McTavern pointed you in.
Yeah, we go south and over a spoke.
Yes.
Which I don't know why they call it that. Stupid.
It's because
Row.
the way that the city is set up, the City Hall is the hub of a wagon wheel, and the streets are going off like the spokes.
So unoriginal, these ones. Anyhow. So, do I find a sign that says apothecary and a...
Yes, you
Awesome.
do. It's a white stone building.
This is apothecary.
The pot is scary. So I push open the door, and I look about. Do I see anyone in direct?
Push too loud.
When you open the door, a little bell over the door jingles, and a young woman comes out from the back room.
Is she young and attractive?
She's young. Probably
I start elbowing.
from the best that you can imagine with your very limited understanding of how humans age, she's probably in her early 30s. She's not unattractive,
You
but
like the
she's
older
not Sasha
So
either.
do you.
woman? I really don't like the older women. Not the older human women. Anyway.
She's
I've not met all the races.
she's not necessarily somebody who makes a living on her body.
She could though.
She's making a living doing apothecary things.
Right. So I immediately
Let
greet
me
her.
apothecary you out of here.
Bow, bow.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
I'm about ready to get married.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah. Potion, not hitched. There's a difference. Anywho, I was interested to see if you might have some various, poisons specifically.
You come right to the point there, don't you? Well, what
Well, I'm not really known for my subtlety. If I do say
for what purpose are you seeking poisons?
so. To murder my enemies.
Rats, then, is it?
Sure, that's what you need to justify it.
You have fought rats.
I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. I stood there, half out of a hole, getting attacked by rats. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and then the old man fucked them up. I remember.
yeah. Because fire, feet, and hands over here wasn't doing shit to nobody.
Man, well.
Yeah, it's,
Man, he
it's
just-
usul for what it is.
He
I mean,
just totally
Bailing you out when you got in trouble with the king. Bailing you out when you got in trouble with the rats.
it's not our fault that you're just good at bailing us out. Anyhow, why am I arguing with the father who's not there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I told you to
keep
shut up
arguing
and
with
take a
us.
back seat.
This imaginative figure over here. I don't even know who you're talking to.
Still like telepathy. He's in my brain,
Yes.
still nagging me.
It's
Well, I
that's,
mean, I
that's
think my
the
fist
lawful
connects that.
aspect is that he's your conscience now and you hear him everywhere.
Yeah, like,
Fucking go to sleep.
seriously, I think my fist can fix your problem. Would you like me to try?
Would you like me to hit you until you're dumb?
So anyhow, you said you had something, I assume?
Well,
Some rat poison?
we have. So
Um,
she gives you this come hither.
Yeah, and
gesture.
she fingers and I come...
So
Well, now she's fingering you.
Now you'll,
Yeah.
now you'll find out if she's
So you-
apothecary.
you approach
She
the
is now,
counter.
though.
You approach the counter.
Yes, I come hither.
Okay.
With my hand kind of arbitrarily patting my hand axe, just in case she comes up with a dagger or some nonsense like that.
No.
I end it.
She's behind the counter, and she's a little sort of tall and willowy, and she leans over, and she says, "I should make you aware that the various poisons and things that are in my shop, my inventory is kept very close. A very close eye kept on my inventory, let's say. I can't figure out how to word that to the very best advantage. By Deputy
Dog?
Adair. So that if someone comes up poisoned, You understand? It can be traced. So, if you're looking to kill rats, I have something for that. If you're looking for something stronger, I really must advise against it. Particularly since you're not from around here.
Now, why would she assume you're not from around here?
I don't know.
Because
That's
she's
racist.
never seen him before.
Yeah, because she sees everyone in this fucking town.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Anyhow, I look bewildered at her at the mere suggestion that anything I could possibly say or do would be in any way questionable by any law enforcement that I would recognize as true law enforcement. First of all, so I am aghast. And I say, no. I need something that doesn't just kill rats. It would, like, if, for argument's sake, say I shot you. It would, hurt you in a meaningful manner. Anyone who might do me or mine harm, this would be used on them. Whether it be an animal or a person, your deputy you speak of, your sheriff.
The mayor. Like, say I wanted to assassinate the mayor!
So,
Like Tommy Squarepants. I mean, I know you don't know who he is.
near the beginning of this little
Q&A session.
I'm glad we're not there.
soliloquy,
Still a what?
about the time that you say you, for example,
Yeah.
she stiffens up and straightens up,
That makes two of us.
and the further you get into that rambling sentence, the more this, furrow right between her eyebrows sort of deepens.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I don't think that I can assist you. We don't sell that sort of thing here.
All right, well, who does?
I think it would be best if you were to leave.
All right, well, who does?
Does what?
Sell what I'm looking for.
No one, to my understanding. We don't sell things that can be used to murder people.
I just left the smith, and that's literally all he fucking makes.
When I say we, I don't mean the town of Percivalborough. I mean myself and my associates.
You ever
who?
seen a man murdered with a horseshoe? Ugly.
Jesus. Just blood splattered face and just weak fucking primary fighting arm. Anyhow, I look around. Do I see any other people, or like the last one, is this one got a mouse in her pocket too?
The sign outside simply says apothecary. It does not have any names on it. At present, she's the only one here.
There's that word again. We. There's no one else here but us, and I don't work here. Who is this we?
My brother.
Well, I was going to say I'm also here, but I don't work here either.
Right. Do you see an imaginary brother?
Well,
Maybe he's invisible.
He's not here right now.
Oh, he took an invisibility potion, didn't he? He's trying a new potion?
We don't have those sorts of things either. You'd have to go see that, Fitchley. What's his name?
Oh, maybe he's got one of them rings or
Do
something.
you just have a nightshade plant? The whole plant?
No. Look, this is an
Damn.
apothecary. You'd have to go see a botanist or something for that. But anyway, look, it's nothing personal. It's just that
This was
We need to kill orcs. We
this-
need to poison orcs.
orcs, you say.
It was entirely business transaction. This has never been anything personal by no means. I'm simply looking to procure the goods that I need, and if you don't have it, that's fine. If you would happen to know who does, that's what we're trying to facilitate.
You should have
We were-
specified that we needed to poison orcs. She's apparently okay with that.
Well, we are killing orcs. I thought she knew that. Did I not say that?
No, you didn't say that.
No, you did not say that. That puts an entirely different spin on things.
How?
Hate those dirty
I
bastards.
don't know, but
You did specifically say people earlier.
Well, orcs are kind of people.
We don't. They might be.
If you've met as many people as I've met, you'd consider orcs to be just as much people as you. Well, not you personally. You seem less green.
Yeah. A lot.
Are you coming in your dream? What's going on over here?
No.
You're over there like muttering to yourself, like, what the hell is he going on about?
She's crazy.
Orcs are people.
He's got that diphtheria.
I don't know about that. It was the same thing she said. So, for killing orcs, we have quite a selection here. So she goes into...
I'm looking at Ryan and go, what?
Because
You hit the daily double.
Yeah. She doesn't... there are mercenary people about, which, like, you could be a mercenary. You technically were a mercenary.
IR? I don't...
Well, she doesn't know you.
I know that.
I could be.
But
I could be?
she doesn't want to be responsible for, like, helping you kill other humanoids, orcs notwithstanding.
Do we just need to, do you need to, stun her so we can just steal it and then she'll feel better about herself? What the fuck do we need to do to buy this shit?
Well, no, she's selling, here we have some strychnine.
I was saying that to him in Dwarvish. Because I'm clearly flustered at the moment and I don't know what to do.
You need to specify orcs that you need to poison.
Yeah, nobody likes orcs. So you were talking about...
I still don't see why that matters.
You were talking about her and the deputy, and that just kind of put her off, but at the mention of killing orcs, it's like, oh, okay, this I can help facilitate this end.
What a weirdo.
We need to poison a lot of them.
You didn't pass the background check the first time.
Yeah. Well, no, I do not have any mental illnesses. Ski! That was my eraser noise. I don't know why.
Geese?
Skeet,
It was like
motherfucker.
a squeaky noise. Anywho.
Something all over your
So yes, we need to kill lots and lots of orcs. I don't suppose you have enough supply to commit the genocide that I want to do on the orcs. However, this one particular band seems to be a real pain in my ass.
Because of the army that's headed this way.
Yeah.
We don't have quite that much on hand at the moment.
How long would it take you to make it?
Oh.
We went there with it, even though I have zero bankroll to support that kind of a purchase.
We can find that.
Well, he's got it. He's just not with us.
I'm looking for something we could airdrop. Perhaps an aerosol dispersal.
You're not there.
Something about 1.5 miles.
It covers an entire battalion movement.
So, how many orcs are you looking to poison, and what is the method of delivery that you favor?
Inhalation. Inhalation, so airborne. Preferably something along the lines of like an indirect fire system that keeps us away from the inhalant. So something that would... But I'll have to get back, of course, with the
for the
smithy side
delivery
of it.
system, she's not going to be able to help you because that is just not her
Yeah, I know that.
area of expertise.
Like phosgene.
Well, what I'm really doing, it's going to be a mortar system is what we're coming down to.
She basically ends up selling you separate vials because you said that you wanted basically a poison gas.
Mm-hmm.
She sells you ammonia and bleach.
That's it?
Tells you to mix them together, but don't breathe.
Well, how the fuck is that going to work? I can't just, coat a cannonball on that shit. How am I supposed to...
That's up to you.
You could make 2 vials and smash them together. Ask for the bottle of sarin that's right next to it on the shelf.
Bottle of what?
Sarin.
You.
What?
Saren.
Get
What?
a bag.
Saren.
What?
Bag.
Saren.
What is it?
It's a nerve agent.
Sarin
I
gas.
don't have that.
I knew what you were saying. It was just fun watching her say something and you saying the exact same thing, her saying something, you saying the exact same thing. It was a vicious cycle.
I was mostly saying what.
Yeah.
Ten.
I look at you and I'm like, just get a bag, we'll buy it all. Fuck it. Because this is getting us nowhere. We're going to be like lobbing healing potions at people.
I think I have a bag, but sure, whatever.
Because I'm confused at this point.
She can give you a bag.
I don't feel like this is, maybe I'm not explaining it
they
right.
accidentally gas us and we don't know how they got that
So,
stuff.
He's gonna be. See how that works.
she can sell
We're going to kill
you...
the guy's donkey. Because we'll be like mixing shit up and the donkey's like right here, just...
God, we're never getting out of this.
So,
We're going to prison for war crimes.
How are they gonna put us there? We're gonna gas the whole town.
Somehow.
This whole campaign is now just fuck over the alchemist. Everything else is...
because nobody likes alchemists.
No, fuck those guys.
Especially this one in particular.
Hey, wait.
He was rude to me one time.
I have a
and
way to
fucked
test
that
how
guy
this
forever.
works. I have a way to test how this works. We'll mix them together and chuck them in the alchemist place.
Jesus.
So, she gives you 3 vials each of bleach and ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gives you 1 vial of, like a liquid poison cyanide that you can, like, dip arrowheads or weapons
that's
in.
what I was hoping for. Something like that. And how much is this?
For the ammonia and bleach, they're 1 gold each, so 6.
That's so much just like that's
It takes
crazy
a lot
expensive.
of takes a lot of distilling. They don't just have access to that.
One bottle is essentially piss.
Right.
Cat piss.
No, that
Here,
would that.
here, cat.
I was
Just
gonna
go and step on the cat again.
say, good. Cork it. We're done.
And
Gold for piss and ink.
for the bottle of cyanide, she says that this is good for 10 applications on a large bladed weapon, or you can get 20 arrowheads out of it.
It's an interesting perspective on that. Just the way she's coming up with that, because I feel like that amount of liquid would easily cover a lot more than just
Like
20
50
bolts.
arrowheads.
Right. Like, I'm not dipping the whole fucking bolt in it. It's just the tips, right? And some of it's going to immediately drain off the moment.
Of course,
you
you're not
release
doing the whole blade. You're just doing the edge.
it. Right.
So that's probably okay.
It's not like a huge vial. It's only, maybe about yay big.
Right, but my point was, though, it's just like if you were to take this into that cup, well, I could push this all the way down, and it would remove it would cover the whole thing. Or if I just put just the tip in, only the tip gets
And only
wet.
for a minute, mind.
Yeah, and then the rest of it's going to drain off. The excess is going to drain off. Somewhere between 15 to 20 seconds.
Anyway, so you can have the little thing of cyanide for 4 gold. So making it an even 10 for the whole shebang.
Woo! Chow! So that cost me the equivalent of what? 1 platinum?
Yes.
That's 10 gold, isn't it?
Sure. Whatevs.
Alright. I hand it to her and say this has been a truly odd experience.
Same.
And
She
we
bags
walk
it all
out
up.
even more confused than when I even entered the place. And go, what the fuck was that about in there with her?
I don't know.
Did I miss something?
Yes, apparently you missed something.
She at least
Yes.
wrinkled her nose at
A lot
Finchley.
of
So
things.
Well, that's promising.
She also called him Fitchley.
Finchley.
Was that intentional or accidental?
She doesn't remember his name. She doesn't seem to like him very much.
Well, good for him.
Well, I mean, is that good for him or good for her?
So, and then we take our new gas pellets. And then we need to set it up so that Trunk gets to inhale it.
Well, I have a way we can set that up too.
I don't think you should do that, though.
You just mix it, and I'll take care of the making sure he inhales it.
I don't think you should do that, though.
He's over there plugging his nose, and you step on his foot.
I think that might be detrimental to your health.
It's detrimental to a lot of people's health anywhere in the prevailing winds.
But there will be no prevailing winds, so, we're good.
I'll just fart, it'll be fine.
Oh God, if you fart, we're all dead.
If he farts, I'm trapping his head in his own fart.
How does that work?
Did you forget the cabbage?
The,
Fucking cabbage.
yep.
Yeah.
Fucking
The
cabbage.
1 foot by 1 foot square.
Yeah, he can
of
air bottle
awfulness.
you.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's totally worth the key points on that.
You get hotboxed.
It was definitely worth the keep.
God, I think I'd rather commit suicide than be hotboxing ass, especially hot, fresh ass. Jesus Christ, terrible.
Yeah, but everybody likes their own brand.
Yeah, but what about hot, fresh ass mixed in with deadly
Here, let me.
So you guys are leaving the apothecary.
Yeah, don't follow them or things won't get done.
We're on our way
So
to
we're
the cistern.
we are now digressing from you, going for these two.
Well, I mean,
Bellhad and Trunk, what are you doing?
I'm not going. For
All right. I'm perfectly convinced that you can read it.
Are you, though?
I'm sorry I doubted you.
I don't think you are, sorry.
But it doesn't make much sense.
Jerk. Well, let's get it written down before this wears off, whatever it is.
Well, the best place for paper and stuff is probably still the library.
Let's get hopping.
Flip through there and see if you can find anything about necrotic acid and its production while we're going.
You gotta be my eyes so I can read then.
Wait.
I've got perfect vision.
You didn't see me nicking this dagger. Let's go.
Wait, what?
What? Let's go.
Let me see that tootsie. Sorry.
Anyway.
Neither one of you has any paper or anything to write with on you.
I don't.
You're not there.
Oh,
Oh,
I
bro,
certainly
you
don't.
think I'm prepared for anything? Nope.
I feel like you're the only one who has paper because you were setting it on fire when we first left Dharn Moldir. You bought
We can write on the back of my guild
Candles?
introduction letter, but I don't think that's a great idea.
you bought candles and
I don't have
parchment
any ink
papers.
or-
All you bought.
The right way.
Yep. No, I bought food too.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have any Sean.
Alright, so I make my way, leading him
Downtown. Walking past.
Faces passing.
for that little dagger side comment. I purposefully don't point out a couple of raised cobbles.
What?
Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because you're not
damn it.
watching where you're walking.
This is not the time to be petty. I'm gonna fall and this book is gonna break, and I'm gonna be fine because I'm awesome.
What?
Disadvantage, don't forget.
Oh, fuck. No, it's still not bad.
You're still alright.
Dexterity is 20.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're
need to know
fine.
which petty you're being.
You're fine.
Kyle.
Tom or Richard?
Tom.
Kyle.
Matt.
I'm pretty sure there's a Kyle Petty, isn't there?
Yeah. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
For what?
He's a
Nobody
NASCAR
cares.
driver.
Is your richest son? Or is it my grandson or some shit?
Nobody
I don't-
cares.
I don't think he's
He's not
actually
important.
related to them,
Oh.
but there is a petty.
He exists, he's just not important.
Tom, just mostly the heartbreakers when it comes down to it.
Well, yeah.
The kids ask your parents who Tom Petty is.
You want
Oh, there's a cobble.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
Okay.
You're a cultured
You
twat.
don't
jerk.
you don't get to be mad because you don't know that he did that on purpose.
Okay.
Well, you could be mad at yourself.
Yeah, I can still be mad because he's guiding me. And
Probably bad at it.
I'm still
How
trying to
come he
figure
mad?
out
These are
Why you mad,
allegedly
though?
my potions.
why
They're
you
not
mad
the
though?
potions.
You mad, bro?
This
Alright,
is the
so you're heading off to the library.
Is there anything in here about
Bleach
necrotic
healing.
acid?
But which
Yes.
one's which?
Oh,
I don't know. Does it matter?
It-
We're just supposed to.
Got
The
another link.
the details
Maybe we
that
should've
it's
got more
giving you.
details on that.
is this
Um,
from the zombie dog-eared page?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
this is earlier in the book.
Ah.
Meh.
Let's see if we can tie them to somebody.
So you're just reading this while you're walking?
Yes.
So, you'll remember that Alan Finchley mentioned that the way to make necrotic acid, as far as he knew, was basically the distilling of corpses. And there's some other stuff that goes into it, and this goes into a fairly significant amount of detail as to those other things that go into it. Specifically, like, what you want your necrotic acid to do, because there are different levels, how the bodies that are going into it were killed has a play in the flavor of the acid. Let's
How
call it.
they were killed.
Interesting.
Do we have, like, stabbed as a method? And poisoned as a method?
Well, the acid was part of the poison.
The other guy wasn't poisoned with necrotic acid, though. He was just poisoned. I asked the cleric at the temple.
Interesting.
Just straight botanical poison.
So, the chapter concerning necrotic acid, it...
Pretend this is my voice.
It goes into a little bit of detail about how your zombie... Well, how your necrotic acid will behave, and certain modes of death on behalf of your body that you're using can produce zombie-like effects. You notice a passage that says that one particular flavor of necrotic acid will produce a zombie that comes to life long enough to do one command. Whoever caused the if you give it to a person in, poison form, and if that kills them,
They're dead.
then they will come back to life a day later, perform one command, and then be actually dead.
But
That sounds very familiar.
what's his face didn't just die again.
No, but Carruthers did.
Yeah. How would they know that he and Carruthers would be in the same room the day later? Whoever it was.
Look, I gave some tea to Carruthers. You weren't there. Post-mortem.
Uh-huh.
He got off the slab and asked me what to do.
What?
I brought him back to a... life's a strong word.
You didn't tell anyone about this.
Didn't seem pertinent at the time. Anyway, I told him to try to walk, and he did, and then he died again.
Interesting. But the other guy didn't.
No. So this is different.
That's weird.
I did have gentle repose on both of them, but in a slightly different order. Shouldn't interact that way, though. Of course, it does prevent zombification.
It's kind of weird.
It does prevent zombification. I don't suppose you would be willing to... Well, probably not. It'd be a lot of help if you would just,
What?
sort of,
Say it.
like,
Say it.
have a cup of tea and then...
And you're a holy man. Jesus Christ.
I could bring you back. I mean...
No, you can't.
All right.
Jesus, you're the holy man.
Things have taken a turn.
Well, I didn't think it would, it just...
You're a bad person.
I didn't do it.
You're a bad person.
Look, I could have poisoned you and you wouldn't know the difference.
I don't think this is going to work out.
Oh, maybe there's somebody up for execution. Some terrible person.
Yeah, and who did you frame? Murderer.
I mean here. Like, I haven't even been here.
Uh-huh. You've been plenty of places. Murderer.
So, have you guys asked for directions to the library?
Nope.
Yeah, I asked the old lady where the library was.
Okay, so you have a rough idea of where you're going.
I'm just a follower.
So, after a bit of a walk...
Somehow I found out about the library.
I'm pretty sure it was from the old lady.
Mildred.
So, after a while, you can see, in the direction that you're heading, there is a huge building. Just absolutely massive stone building, marble pillars. It's bigger than the hexagonal building in the center of the town. But it's massive and it's beautiful and...
Well, somebody's got some funding. Look, I told you it wasn't a good idea.
That's right, it's not. It's bad for your health.
Ow.
Your health. Watching you.
I need my lung to stay where it is.
A day later.
So, this rather large building, I assume you enter. It turns out to be a combination library and university, which is what gives it the size and the grandeur. You don't have any difficulty procuring paper and pen and ink from the desk clerk. You've got about 15 minutes left of your
I start scribbling
comprehend spell.
as quickly but as neatly as I can.
So, what section are you specifically trying to scribble?
I'm gonna focus on the necrotic acid.
Okay.
And then on the zombification part.
Okay. And
then
you're
just
trying
whatever else.
to copy it down like word for word, or
Yes, word for word. In Dwarven.
okay. You
Maybe in some thieves can't shorthand.
is that a
Then
thing?
we just
I
need you
thought
to
thieves'
translate
cant
it.
was only a
Thieves'
verbal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
thieves can't longhand by definition.
Yes, it definitely is.
That's true. Well, whatever shorthand I can come up with.
So I believe your spell says that it takes a minute to translate one page of text.
Oh, well, he's already sort of read several of these pages. So.
Yes, but now he's also writing them,
Yeah.
which
But
does
it's
take
not
a little bit
like
longer.
Takes
the
about
full
1 minute
duration.
to read one page of text.
Okay. So with the 15 minutes that you have remaining, you're able to copy down most of the chapter on necrotic acid. And from what you've read, you've definitely gotten all of the really pertinent information. Especially things that sound familiar to things that you guys have actually had experience with. For the limited amount of time that you had left, you did not get to the section on resurrection.
Well, that'll be on you then.
So,
Let's make sure we get some extra paper. Then I'll just take this ink and pen.
Do we show up at this time? At
It's
the
got a
sister
chain on it.
looking thing.
yes,
You
you were set to rendezvous with them in the center of town. It did not take you very long to get there.
Disable traps.
Is the cistern look like a library to me?
It does not.
All right. Do you know where the library is?
The what?
Library?
It's red like a strawberry.
Let's start reading signs. Maybe one of them will point us in the right direction. Because I don't know where this thing is.
Just says, do this, don't do that.
Can't you read the signs?
Can't you?
No, I was reading the book.
You trip it over
No, the sign
cobblestones.
just says long-haired freaky people need not apply.
Drown, Captain. Drown the long-haired
You
weirdos.
think they mean
Hell,
the
I'm
beard?
not working.
So, yeah, no. So for a 19, do I see any signs that
Yes.
say library?
Yes.
Does
Well, there's
Oh,
a
that's
sign that
everything.
says university, and then underneath that in smaller font, library.
Joaquin Phoenix standing out in front with a baseball bat.
fuck this. Pull
Swing
out my
away,
battle
Meryl.
axe and we're going to kill Joaquin Phoenix.
Swing away, Meryl.
Hey, wait, why are we gonna kill him?
Because it's Joaquin Phoenix and he deserves to die.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh.
Well, I'm saying
I mean, it's not wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm wondering where
I don't know. I think
Where
we need
that
more
came
cowbell.
from.
The hatred?
No, why is Joaquin Phoenix standing in front of the sign? Because it's signs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a obtuse science reference.
No, I got it.
Who you
because
calling obtuse?
Because I said swing
Is it
away,
deliberate?
Meryl. I
Huh?
just missed
Is
the
it
part where he's
deliberate?
standing in front of the sign. I thought he was
That's
standing in front of the
deliberate.
library.
Acute, perhaps, but not...
Oh, thank you.
not that kind
Yeah.
of cute.
No, it's that kind of cute.
Micro.
Micro.
Yes. Not
You
micro.
still need your shirt.
Not dirty jobs situation. Like micro, the opposite of macro.
Macro crow.
Like my pet
Wait,
Corvette.
microbreweries? Wait,
What the fuck is going on with you people?
where are the microbreweries at? We need to go there.
So,
Micro-
okay.
micro
So
crow.
that says library. Let's go there.
Alright, I thought we were going to a microbrewery, damn it.
No.
You
Why
have
don't
your
you
own brewer's
microbrew
kit. Why
your
don't
own
you just
shit?
use it?
You are a microbrewery.
You're a walking microbrewery.
I gotta
Anyways,
find stuff
so
to
I
do
opened
that.
Is that
the
a
door.
short joke?
I bust open the door and I just start yelling for these two.
At the library?
Yeah.
Hell.
So he's gonna start yelling and I'm gonna slap him.
Dwarf is so
So-
short and so full of alcohol, he might as well be a microbrewery.
So, considering that they went back to the city center before making the commute to the library, by the time they arrive,
Why don't you go threaten the mayor?
you have been writing and
This is from the
reading
apothecary.
and writing and reading, and then all of a sudden,
It's gibberish.
nothing you're looking at makes any sense anymore.
Wait a minute.
Something has gone horribly wrong.
Wait, this is all dumb again. What happened?
Yeah,
You're gone all
you're
squiggly.
dumb again.
Did you lose the thread?
What? I can't. Can you read this now? I can't read this anymore. What happened?
I could never read it.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you do?
So you arrive in the middle of this. What did you do?
I think you might be
Yes.
suffering from some sort of ignorant spell effect.
Son of a bitch.
So I go, hey guys, look at these. Look at them. Look at them. See it?
He threatened to poison us.
Well, I would
That's
totally.
not strictly true.
I would totally.
I only asked him if he would be up for it. It's not the best solution.
He's a bad man.
Not the best solution, but the only solution if you keep up.
So you're with him.
Well, I'm certainly never against him. I mean,
God damn it.
I guess you could classify that as with him. I don't.
Usually how that works.
I mean, sort of.
Anyway,
Wait, are we poisoning Trunk now?
What? I thought that's what was
Oh,
happening.
alright, well, let's do
look,
that.
it's
then.
not an actual thing. Your loyalty is appreciated if slightly confused.
I will call Hep if any of you come near me with the potion.
Yep.
First of all, no
Well,
one's
then you
trying
need
to
this
kill
healing
you.
potion.
No one's trying to kill you. Second of all, look at what I have. Do you see this? Do you know what this is?
No.
Well, these are containers
Okay.
with some interesting stuff in them.
Given that Jazz is
this
holding them.
this one or This
You
one.
wanna
One of
spit
them
it
is
out?
cat urine, the other is bleach, I think.
That's gross.
Best part is, you smack them and mix them together, and then people die.
Huh.
Shh.
Did you just...
All right. Allow me to demonstrate how
This is a library!
Allow me to demonstrate how this works on that person. One moment. Pour a little right on this little soup right there on their book that they're eating. Just big deep breaths.
Perhaps we should step out of the library. Sorry, Mary Beth Denberg.
Lori Beth.
Hey,
Was that a all that reference?
Yes, it was.
Wow, that is incredibly
Jesus.
random that you would use it, and then also that I would know it.
Why are you looking at him? I was the one that used
Either way,
the whole, this is a library! It was
I don't-
Lori Beth
I-
Denberg
I
playing Miss
did not
Hushbound.
remember that part
She
of it.
was
It's
the
when you
loud
said the name.
librarian.
The name is what reminded me.
kids,
of it.
ask your parents what all that is.
They don't know.
No.
If
Fucking
you're a kid
millennials.
listening to this, your parents definitely didn't watch all that.
Also, you
I don't think that's fair.
I watched all that.
Why?
Because I'm playing it, and I watched all that.
Yeah, but you're not a kid currently, are you?
I mean,
Most kids who can surf the web that would be interested in this kind of stuff would not be a serious adolescent.
well, also, kids, ask your parents why they're letting you listen to stuff like this.
I mean, seriously, what the fuck, guys?
public service announcement.
Fuck.
If you're less than 22 years old, you probably shouldn't be listening.
Parenting is not just about borrowing fruit for a price.
What? Anyways,
This is all that. We're not singing the song. I don't know what's.
Work through it.
no.
Pear. And I don't get it.
No, we're not renting pears. You're stupid.
What?
Borrowing fruit for a price. Renting pears. Pear renting.
Fuck you.
Yup.
Just fuck you.
Yup.
Wow, I got a lot of hate.
Yeah,
You know,
fuck you.
you guys are kind of mean.
Yeah.
Kinda or completely?
I feel bullied.
I mean, in this
Do you need a
instance,
safe space? I mean, I know this is your house and all, but
I mean, in this instance, you
Okay,
do kind
please-
of deserve it.
No, don't do that. You'll give me an erection.
yes, anti-bullying level British.
Yup.
No, don't do that. You'll give me an erection.
Because it was Stephen Fry.
That's
It
what
was
made it so much
excellent.
better.
Anyways.
Anyways.
So yes, I say so. This will be useful, and also I got some of this, and this is poison too.
You might want to
Also drink that.
when you say that.
Huh?
You might want to lower your voice when
I
you say
can't hear. Why are
Shut
you
up!
hearing?
Damn it! Damn it, man!
Shut up. You can be the president, just shut up.
Seriously, what the shit?
Shut up your face.
What?
Shut up. Shush.
Why?
Shut. Just shut.
Are we not out of the library at this point?
No, I'm not
No.
moved at all.
We're
Oh.
still making
Hey,
a scene.
let me see
in
that
the-
box.
Literally everyone is staring at you.
I was
No, the
walking
good
out of the
one.
library after they suggested leaving the
Not the
library.
Literally
one that's
everyone
mixed
is
with the other
staring at
one.
him.
The other one. Yeah, that one.
So
Hey,
if I
try this tea.
No.
if I turn around
Why don't you take a couple sips for me?
outside of the library
Nope,
and
you
there
first.
aren't
No, you
three
first.
I don't
dwarves
trust you.
behind me,
Uh-huh.
You gonna use thaumaturgy and be a super dick?
Get the
In
fuck out here.
I'm gonna poison all of their tea.
Well, I don't drink tea, so fuck you.
Well, I have to steal paper, ink, and pen now.
No, you don't. He's carrying every bit of all of that. Save a
Well,
pen.
Hi.
I-
I have like.
I don't know that.
He's got a. Yes, you do. He's got
What?
a pack full of parchment paper and candles. For fuck's sake.
Fine, I'll
Yep.
steal the pen.
Yep. That's pretty much all I got in there.
I
He
mean,
brought kindling and candles on this expedition.
Yep.
It's a thing.
The pen is
Don't-
literally one copper piece.
I
Don't
don't care. I'm
To
stealing-
purchase.
I'm stealing
don't
it.
poo poo.
They're watching you.
They come
I'm
in handy
stealing.
where you wouldn't expect.
I'm
They're
walking
watching
out
you.
with it.
You take the pen and you put the dagger you stole down. Just walk away. What the fuck?
It's equal
The pen
trade.
is mightier than the sword, I think.
He doesn't so much steal things as he rearranges them in different locations.
Right.
I expect you'd be wanting to pay for that paper, Mr.
No.
Shaylee.
Thank you.
What?
Mr. Gently. I expect you'll be wanting to give me my pen back, Mr. Gently.
Gilks, you and your expectations. Wasn't Gilks.
Wasn't Gilks.
No, I don't leave a copper. I don't leave the dagger. I just walk out with it.
You are going to be banned from the library.
Stay out of the Woolsworth. I am all right with that.
So, Belhad, there's
Yep.
someone following Trunk out complaining about 1 copper piece for the pen.
Jesus, are you serious?
Really, Trunk? You might have a problem. There you go.
Thank you.
Smack it out of his
question
head.
while you...
You don't pay them. What are you doing?
Do you have any hot water?
No,
Yeah.
you don't. Turn around, walk away.
Anyway,
Person starts backing away slowly.
He's trying
Gets
to
about
poison me.
6 feet away, turns and just runs.
while you're out here,
Nope, you're not poisoning me today.
do you have... let me put it delicately. Is there a restricted section of the library?
Well, I mean, it's all restricted now.
Well-
We're not allowed back in.
Yes,
Where all the pornography is.
but it's restricted.
No shit.
Well, yes, I mean, to other people, certainly. Does this section contain any tomes on, to throw out a topic at random,
Murder.
necromancy?
Lightning strike. It's a clear day, but lightning strike.
I wouldn't know. It's
Wolf
restricted.
Oh,
Wait, don't you work there?
you really look like a lad in the know. Sorry, mistook you. Perhaps you could introduce me to, someone of some station.
I just sell pens.
And you're terrible at it. You couldn't even sell this
Couldn't
one. You let
even,
Trump
yeah,
run
he
away
just
with it.
walked off with it. Some sort of jerk.
You are awful at this. You need to find a new...
I have to chain those down.
What a novel idea.
And thus
Would
the
have
pen
been
leash
good.
was invented.
What have you done? Well, you sell pens. You do it in the library. You certainly know who. You must know who's in charge.
Sure.
I mean, they have to give you leave to sell pens.
I tell the father maybe this one needs some help remembering. In Dwarvish, of course.
You're just desperate to poison people, aren't you?
Oh, I'm not trying to poison
I don't
anybody.
think he needs any cleansers.
No cleansers. He needs a mental massage. As I gesture towards Grognak.
You're gonna, like,
Huh?
snap your neck
What?
doing that.
Right. Memory. Hang
Just-
on.
Well, I was kind of thinking he might answer my question, but
He would have
Never
if
got
everybody
around to
would
it.
have stopped interrupting him. Yes, the head librarian, his name is Julian.
Chewing. Okay, he needs to die immediately.
please introduce me. Then I walk
Buddy.
back in the library.
You get to hit Julian.
He
if keeps
gives a look to Trunk.
I'm not going in. What the shit?
What are you two doing?
I break him.
up. I'm following in.
Apparently, I'm going to find those Julian.
And I'm going to
persons I can
intentionally-
So everybody's leaving you out on the doorstep.
That works for me.
Okay.
I'm going to intentionally
I'm
walk
gonna-
in and keep talking at the same
Truck!
volume level I was.
You're just gonna hang around outside. Why don't you see if you can make some contact with your
That's what I'm doing.
type of...
I'm doing that. You hush.
Also, steal the
You
steps.
know, people that share your color palette.
They steal the steps.
Yes. Yes, I told him to steal the steps.
The gentlemen in comfortable shoes, if you will.
Homos?
And also, while you're at it, steal the steps. Seriously.
I'm not stealing the fucking steps.
Steal the fucking steps.
Damn it.
Well, then steal the comfortable shoes.
Also that, too.
Yes,
My
that.
shoes are already comfortable, thank you.
Well, I need some comfortable shoes,
Well,
damn it.
then get some fucking comfortable shoes.
I'm trying to, but you're not stealing me a pair.
So I keep, as I walk into the building, I'm still talking at the same volume that I was previously. And I go, why is everyone shushing me? This is ridiculous.
This is a library.
I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I don't even know who you are. Yeah, I was looking at
This is
you.
the pen salesman.
Yes, generally, and this was true of the library, we had it at the clericry as well. It's generally polite to keep your voice down while other people are doing research.
Yes, that.
That doesn't seem like a thing.
As you are so fond of saying, shh. Anywho, why? People don't read out loud. They don't need to hear themselves. What's the issue?
I switch into Dwarvish. Some people can't read if there's the slightest bit of distraction.
Wait.
The slow.
Right, these people? They're like that?
Probably, yeah.
I just immediately, big, hearty belly laugh.
You get shushed by several people throughout the library at reading stations.
I do whatever the appropriate single-fingered dwarven salute that I know.
Dave, you look like you're conducting an orchestra.
But in the effort of keeping on their good graces, perhaps we should, acquiesce to their requests. For shush.
Yeah, that's fine. Perhaps I will attempt to facilitate their needs when it comes to this.
And I cast silence.
And the humans start to get nervous because they can't hear their own heartbeats.
Walking. Oh God, I might be dead! So, the pen salesman who is clearly, trying to work his way through college. He's younger kid,
Hitting that
17 years old. We're selling magazine subscriptions. Oh, you're working your way through college, eh? No, I'm working my way down the block. He leads you to a little sort of desk in a nook in the library stacks where there's a rather comfortable looking armchair and a very, very old little, spindly man is sitting there poring over a book.
A human?
Yes, a human.
Human.
Excuse me,
Eh?
young man?
He looks
Yep,
behind
talking
him.
to that guy. I point directly at the guy no, he's you. He's talking to you.
Young man, I'm 10 years older than dirt.
That's not possible. See, the father here is 219, is it, father? 219?
Yeah, 219.
So I would say that to
220
him...
next week.
Most impressive.
Yes.
And
So,
we didn't have dirt. All we had was rocks.
so we're going to need you to give up your seat. And get to the back of the bus. No.
I think this is the gentleman that we're meeting.
Oh.
Am I to take it that you are the head librarian?
I'm Julian.
Wait, is this the guy?
Yeah, and apparently all I gotta do is flick him to kill him. He's 100 and fucking something.
I feel bad if I hit this guy.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, lad. The pensmith.
Wait, what's a pensmith?
This guy.
Henner.
He tells me that you're the one to speak to about access to the restricted section, letting us peruse. They were looking for a specific text on various topics, but to throw one out at random, perhaps some detailed tomes on the subject of necromancy.
I immediately
Lightning, wolf howls,
I immediately tell the
female
father
Wilhelm scream.
in Dwarvish, perhaps you
Luca.
don't say it like that. I don't maybe that's a problem.
Say it like what?
Well, you sing necromancy for one, and like just to throw one out at random, and it's not really random; it's kind of absolute and specific. That's a curious way of saying it. You could just go like necromancy, for example, something more nonchalant. You're very pointed, like you're trying to conceal this. It's weird.
Jazz is trying to teach Belhad.
Subtlety.
I don't,
That would be like
I don't see what you're
Grognet
talking
trying
about.
to teach anybody subtlety.
I mean, I could try to teach him something.
No, that's like him trying to teach someone to use their words.
we all have our murder.
That's what's fucking ironic.
Hey,
We all have our
I use my
murderous routine.
words. I use my words when it's necessary to freak
If he
people out.
spent
and make
3
them think they're
sessions
fortune
wandering around a town accusing everybody of murder, I'm going to blucher everyone with necromancy.
If I made it to third, that people get hit when they say Percivalborough.
I think we really need to start hitting Dave when he says that, just as retribution
I don't know
Yes.
what you're talking about.
for bringing it up in the first place.
Yes.
This is all your fault.
That's not true.
We're gonna be knocking shit off the table to reach over and smack you.
Spilling pop everywhere.
Totally worth it though. Just wah, wah, wah. Like, what the fuck?
Necromancy. Ugly topic.
Yeah, we're having an outbreak of the nonsense and looking to get to the bottom of it. Official business, of course, from, several places.
Slow down. You're talking faster than my ears can hear.
That's not even beginning to be possible.
Is that true?
That's not a thing.
I tell him, hammer heal him.
Of being old?
Yeah,
It's clearly an issue. I don't
I mean, he can hear me. It's
relieve
not-
him of his old problem.
I don't
his
know.
ailment.
It's oldest.
I look at the pen salesman. What's wrong with this one? Is it defective? In what? He seems more fragile and brittle than your previous versions.
Skin
What
is like crepe paper. What is going on here? You can see all of his veins.
This one is sad and pathetic. Do you all look like this when you get this age?
Looks like my grandma's legs.
Woo! This is varicose vein
Where
highway.
do you get those pants?
These are pants and my legs.
Well,
Varicose vein superhighway.
access to the
Isn't there some
restricted
other thing?
think so.
section is,
There should be.
well,
Probably extended.
restricted,
gonna say
to
that.
say the least.
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, it's right there in the name, isn't it? But, that's for other people.
There's nothing left.
There's sauce. You could
Oh,
just
wow.
lick the sauce.
Ugh.
Just
Blah, 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 blah. Other
Sausalingus.
Yes, exactly. And that's why it's,
Jesus Christ.
that's why my gut hurts just thinking about that. It's a terrible idea.
other people?
Yeah, there are more.
Yeah, I mean, the people from whom you restrict those type of things.
This sort of thing is restricted from, well, everybody.
Well, then why do you have it?
Yeah, it's everybody, other people.
We have it to make sure that other people don't.
That is ridiculous. It
Well-
makes no sense. It's like saying you have all the weapons, but don't let anyone, including yourself, use them.
We have them here. You must understand, the restricted section, it was used exclusively for academic purposes, just to learn about the possible evils that present themselves in this world, so that one could take up arms against them or just try to avoid them as much as possible.
And that's what we're trying to do.
What are you rolling?
I believe that's a bluff check. Or the equivalent.
I don't know, persuasion. Yeah, well, I mean, certainly, yes, of course, academic pursuits, which is exactly what I'm talking about. We
However,
have to take up arms against this outbreak. Half the city council is dead.
However.
I'm sorry, you sound like you need to clear your throat there.
No, that was me.
Oh.
Yelling at him for
Help
interrupting.
you with that.
I thought you were very in character. You were doing a great job.
No, that was all me.
Short Ripper.
So that was a 23 on the perceptions.
What are you perceiving?
My intention was to bluff him.
So why are you rolling a perception check?
Because I said bluff, and then someone said perception check. And I rolled
He
that.
said
No. Persuasion is what he said.
Oh, damn it. I pulled a neck.
Yes, you did.
My precision checks?
Yes.
Precision check?
Yes, you were.
Ongoing thing. Nick got hammered session before last, and instead of saying perception check, he kept saying my precision checks and my precision perception checks. Like, are they called perceptions? What are you doing here?
That's funny. However, recently, I'll get back to you in just a sec.
Right.
We had let a student into the restricted section.
How recently?
Oh, about 4 or 5 months, I should say.
Murderer.
I mean, I'm not in there, so I can't say.
God damn it.
The one time.
Yep.
The one time.
And a book turned up missing.
Would it be
Now
this
the
book?
young man's belongings were searched and the book was never found. But he was the only one who had been in there, so the only thing we could figure is that he let one of his friends in who thought that the book looked cool, and...
I mean, at this point, it's my book.
Do you have a
What kind of
table?
book was this?
It was a book on,
Torag?
Torog, yes!
Correct.
Yeah, toe rag. Yep. I think I found your book.
No.
I beg your pardon?
I think I found your book. How else am I not speaking common to this one? What is going on here?
Yes, we're pretty sure we have that book. We recovered it from a group of teenagers.
I say in Dwarvish, exchange, leverage, exchange.
I got it. It's not my first time round.
I do the bow to the master thing.
Anyway,
This
I'd be
ain't my
very
first rodeo.
interested to get the name of this student. Also, is this the only access to this area that you've explicitly given within, I don't know, a couple of years would be a good time frame?
Oh no, before the incident, we call it, a lot of the senior students had gained access to the restricted section.
So they were given access to students, but won't give it to us.
Okay.
now.
Here's the thing.
They're not giving it to anybody right now.
Okay. Here's the thing. What I'm going to need from you is access to the restricted areas of your library. Now,
I'm going to need to see some sort of identification to prove that you are worthy of the
I can
privilege.
provide that,
Yeah, he's got the lineage.
and I will roll out a scroll of pedigree.
This doesn't mean anything to me whatsoever.
It's proper identification.
It's
for
proper
a dwarf.
identification.
Yes. What he was wanting specifically is not, your name, your address, your rank and serial number. He's wanting some sort of proof of intent or lack thereof.
look, I swear, by Moradin's sacred hammer, that I intend nothing but to fight this evil.
He stands up very agonizingly slowly, and he comes all bent. He's got a little cane, comes around the side of his desk, adjusts his spectacles, and he examines the holy symbol on your pick hammer.
I flex it with my freebie glow a little bit thing that I've decided that I have the power to do.
Seems perfectly reasonable. It's like a charging.
You're a cleric of Moradin.
That's right, Sonny Jim.
Sonny Jim.
Marvelous!
You don't.
I haven't seen any clerics of Moradin since...
The last time you were here.
Well, a really long time ago. Well, I know that Moradin doesn't hold truck with any of this necromancy business. You're all right.
That's for darn sure. We got...
I'm
Well,
so
basically
happy
all
you
of a
killed
city
him.
council murdered in very mysterious ways, some of which have come back in even more mysterious ways.
How dreadful! And you said that you have found the book.
Yeah, it was on a group of teenagers. What was the... do you remember this student in particular? What was his name?
Oh, certainly.
How old was he?
He was about 24 at the time. Now, you understand the lad was...
How does a child get access to books like these?
24 is much older in human years than you're thinking of.
Oh.
They got really short lifetimes. Sorry.
You must understand that the boy was cleared of all charges. The book was never found on his person.
Well, good. That means we can interrogate him.
But the young man, he's actually kind of a big to-do here in town now. His name is, let me see if I
Well, now
can
we're
remember
here,
it.
there's going to be a bigger to-do. I can guarantee that.
Handle. Torag Lover 101.
His name is, we had rather a silly name. Frederick,
Von Musel Kowalski to Rolo the Third.
No.
Kiki von Furstenwallenschein Law.
I don't get it. Do you get it?
What?
All right.
Moving on then.
Ferdinand, I believe his name was.
Swear
Yes,
to God.
they used to call him
It's like
Ferdy.
jello.
I was just going to say that.
Ferdy.
Yes.
Well, 24 is a little out of the range of the people who we found this book in custody of. They didn't seem too learned either. We should like to speak to this young man who was cleared of these charges. Perhaps he knows the people that we found it with.
Oh, well...
Also, I would like a list of those who had access within, I don't know, maybe 2 years is too much.
48 human months.
That's 4 years.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
even more years.
I know. That's why you.
I
do
the
that.
time span that the things were getting funkany.
What?
The murders.
The murders have been happening in the last couple of weeks.
Good. Last 3 months.
No one has been permitted in the restricted section since that book turned up missing.
Right.
4 months ago.
4 to 5 months ago.
The last year.
I say we
Okay.
went to 48 months then.
And in addition to that, I really need access to that material. And in exchange for this, I can return your property.
Well, it's hardly my property. It belongs to the library.
Property of your library.
They said
Get that thing back where it can't do any more harm.
no one has been in there, right?
Yeah. No one's been in there since the book was found missing.
Well,
The book went missing and they closed access.
I hate to bargain with things that, by all rights, not exactly mine. But we're in a bit of a desperate situation here.
Oh, yes, I understand. Sounds like a terrible business.
It would be a shame if something were to happen to your library.
So, you will need to be supervised, I'm afraid. You're not from around here. It's nothing personal.
Well, perfectly willing. And anyone you would care to send in, perfectly willing.
I volunteer to go with him.
I'll keep an eye on him.
I'll volunteer to keep an eye on the guy keeping an eye on him.
You're unfortunately not going to be permitted.
Who?
You.
Me? Why me?
Any of you.
Why?
He's allowed in because he's a cleric.
Well, he may be a cleric, but he doesn't go anywhere that I don't see him.
He's
That
been all
is
sorts
true.
of places without you.
This fucker doesn't know that. That's what I'm relying on here.
Totally going with that.
Now, what sort of projections do you have in place? I mean, it's not, I'm guessing, just behind some wooden door somewhere.
Oh no, it's behind a rather large metal door with some protective wards around it.
Oh, that sounds all
Wardy.
well and good. You haven't had anybody assaulted in the library, have you?
No.
Yet?
Jesus.
That might be about to
I
change.
don't like the way he's laughing.
Just, this one here, well, wouldn't actually call him learned, but he is a very effective bodyguard, let's say.
I just give you, like, the people's eyebrow.
I smell what you're cooking.
Like, I'm going to give you a wide berth on this one, but know that I've got my eye on you for that.
Would you mind having a cup of tea? Also, how does one, university, what do you generally, what's the course of study? What is it that you,
Oh, there's all sorts of things that one could learn here at the university.
other than necromancy?
Well, that's not on the subject material. It's just, you can learn, apothecary works. You could learn blacksmithing. You could learn magic spells, potion making, all sorts of things.
Got any masonry classes?
Sure.
How would you feel about a guest lecturer?
How would you like to actually be taught masonry?
Might it be a dwarven guest lecturer?
It mightn't be.
Oh. Well,
Look at you,
I
just
think
a
that
sense of
should go
disgust in this
should go
conversation.
across quite swimmingly.
That's another
You
thing I
realize
can offer
I-
in exchange for your
I can do
cooperation.
that too.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have been bending stone to my will for
You know what? Why don't we go
about
find some
longer
shit
than
to
you've been alive.
micro?
I can pretty much guarantee it.
He chortles at the idea that he's younger than anybody. He's been the oldest person he's known for a long time.
Ever since he was 6. Terrible story about his childhood.
Yikes. Alright, so he agrees to let Belhad into the restricted section.
Where I follow. Unimpeded.
You know, I know a cleric in Wensleydale that you two should get out for some canasta.
He gives you a completely bewildered look.
I don't even know what that means.
A little bit of dwarvish humor.
Canasta is dwarvish humor?
I feel like it's not dwarvish at all. Not
It's a
even
little dwarvish game, canasta, you know.
I'll go. Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright.
So, Julian will concede to allow one bodyguard
Good.
for Belhad.
Is that what
He thinks it's ridiculous, but he will allow Jazgruli to accompany as long as Jazgruli is not looking at the books. You get to sit.
I'm not even
You
sure
get to
he
watch
can read.
Belhad
Jesus,
look
man.
at the books. He tells you to watch the third stone in the floor.
It's a
The
trap.
third stone.
And by watch it, I mean don't step on it. At all.
Yeah.
For any reason.
Righto, so only step on the third stone.
No. Do not.
Levitate the rest of the time.
Yes.
Do not step
On any stone
on
but
any
the
stone
third.
but the third one.
Even if you come and get him.
Even if I come.
All right, so, Jazz, you are parked at a table where
I
you
have
can
to find Trunk.
I believe he's still outside.
Grognak, do you think you can run him down?
No, he can't.
I mean, I could try.
with a truck.
Maybe preferably a bus.
Would you like me to? Would you like me to run him over, or would you like me to just find him? Because that's two totally different things.
Well, I mean, you don't have to hurt him that badly.
Not even slowing down. Like,
That badly? Okay, keep
Not
going.
even slowing down. So, Trunk. For your 26,
You hear a freight train
you
approaching.
find someone. I'm gonna have to find my proper page here. You find someone who is trying pitifully to pick pockets.
It's their who was it? Ron?
Wait a minute, let me
You're in a
see
different
what
town.
I've got here.
You need to
Completely different
reverse
town.
pickpocket him with something that you have and then accuse him of stealing it in public.
The dagger.
You're gonna plant a stolen dagger and then accuse him.
Reverse pickpocket it into his kidney.
Sorry. Picking pockets rather deftly.
Oh, snap. It just changed in character.
How do you go from that to that?
I was thinking of the wrong thing.
Eh.
That's my boob.
Yeah.
Hey, it distracted you, didn't it?
Wow.
Not uncommon around here, you know?
How you doing, madam?
I mean, that's how I greet. Little A, how are you? How's your day?
For my people.
So, you see somebody
For my people.
rather
for your
deftly picking pockets. And then you see someone approach this somebody.
Everybody needs somebody.
And a quiet... a quiet but rather, like, fervent discussion ensues between the two of them.
Am I close enough to hear this?
How close do you want to be?
From where I am outside the library.
If you don't move from where you are, then no.
Okay. I will try to approach nonchalantly.
You're lacking a lot of chalants.
Lacking? That's an 18.
You're still lacking.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, right.
Nonchalant.
No, I get it. I misheard.
Stop shellacking.
What do I need for that? Stealth?
Yes.
That's a 24.
Alright. Alright. Neither one of them notice you.
Damn right.
Not a chalant inside.
Chalant less.
How close are you trying to get?
All up in it.
The 24, I'm going to be pretty brazen. You get pretty close. Like,
Okay.
Just the
Like
two of
mat
us.
distance from.
Okay. If you're trying to be that close, they're going to get another chance to notice you.
I'll give it.
Because that's ridiculous.
I'll
Just
give
push it all the way until you wind up just kissing them.
Just be like, hey guys, what's going on?
They can actually feel the moisture in your breath as you exhale and speak.
They know exactly what I had for breakfast. I am inside them.
Okay.
Wow!
But really stealthily.
Like Jesus, I'm gonna get up in that heart.
Yikes.
So, the one who was originally doing the pickpocketing
Uh-huh.
stops talking and looks over at you. The other one is still completely oblivious as to your existence.
Well, the one that doesn't recognize me is the one that was talking, right?
Yes. The one that doesn't recognize you?
Yeah, the one that had
Well,
come over.
Yeah, they're having a conversation between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment that the one notices you, the other one is talking.
Okay. Well, what is he saying?
He's muttering something about this being Percy territory, and that...
Percy.
And that...
Percy.
I swear to God, if he says Percivalborough.
No. And that the marauding men have no business being on this block.
Is this a scene from the Percivalborough's version of the West Side Story?
It might be.
When you're a jet.
It's Warriors.
No. That's exactly what the fuck I said it was, Dave.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Sharks and
Yes.
jets.
So I have no idea. I've never seen it.
You uncultured twat.
Probably.
They just did a production of it. You should have come down.
Like, I'm
No.
He would've been
seriously
late.
terrible at that kind of shit, and at least I am knowledgeable with that.
They have washing machines in America.
Ask
Washing
them,
machines in
how
America.
much do I bitch about musicals?
Anything?
All well,
Everything?
everything that can be hated is hated by this one.
Too damn much.
There's a lot of hate. I gotta spread it around, man. It's like
well,
butter.
I mean, it's clearly not enough because you went and watched
So
it.
marauding men.
I can't
and
believe it's not butter.
You just got Percy's.
Percy's. Interesting, and it's the Percy that noticed me.
No, it is the marauding man that noticed you.
Okay,
Now we know where they're getting encroached on.
interesting.
Logo, Harry Percy.
Well, I might as well just blow my load here. I couldn't help overhearing you, gentlemen.
Say hello to the Forced Fist.
Speaking in the thieves' cant. It's like lost in translation over here suddenly.
So, when you start speaking in thieves' cant, what are you saying?
The old ring-a-ding-dillo.
So couldn't help notice your conversation over here.
I think I can H both.
Marauding men.
Perception check.
They're gonna. Somebody's gonna.
Stab you?
Yeah, sneakily try to sneaky stab. It is a 25.
Alright, for 25, the one that you're talking to, the marauding man, he's clearly keeping up and understanding everything you're saying. The other guy has no clue what kind of fucking gibberish is coming out of your mouth right now.
The Percy, really?
Well, I mean, the
They're
Harry...
getting encroached on.
Yeah, the Harry Percy kind of gives up ground, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stay close-ish to the Percy guy. Because I don't want him getting away now.
Okay.
If he tries to bolt, I'm gonna grab him.
Percy.
Okay, so what are you saying?
So, noticing that the Percy guy has no idea what's going on, I'm more focused on the marauding man.
Okay.
Marauding man, is it?
Yeah, that's the local thieves guild.
Oh, good. I come from Dharn, Moldir. I'm with the...
Where the fuck is that?
It's to the south. I'm with the Nagasbane Guild. I've also taken...
Oh, all right, from the mountain.
From the mountain.
Gotcha.
I've also taken over the Shattered Pinky.
Shattered Fist.
Shattered Fist from Wensleydale.
Take Nova, what happened to Brodick?
Oh, he's still around. He works for me now.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Bit of an upheaval. We had one of those here recently.
We're gonna have a new one.
What could you tell me about that? I'd like to make sure relations are good between us.
He looks at the other guy and says in common, "How about you bugger off?"
Hey, fuck off.
Maybe he could stick around. Give him one of those uncomfortable... Is the guy...
He's taller than you, but he's not like super tall.
Just
Give him
grab
one of
him
those
around the
painful
waist.
clap on the shoulders and grab him by the side.
Just nut tap him. Then
So
grab
the
his
guy
neck.
that you've been speaking with slips back into thieves' camp and says, "Well, this is thieves' guild business. We don't need none of them lot around here.
He wasn't doing too bad. From what I saw.
He's just encroaching. They're all bloody lot. It's a fucking mercenaries guild.
Oh, I have a beef with them.
That's why we came here.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got
Fuck.
everybody's got a fucking beef with them. They're encroaching on our territory. This is the thieves' guild. We do the thieving, they do the mercenarying,
So
but
this
they're
one is-
trying to step on our toes.
So this one, give him a couple hard pats on the stomach, is Mercenary Guild.
Yeah, did Dreadful Percy's.
Dreadful, hairy Percy's.
I am going to use this. Well, that didn't work. Who do I sleight of hand? 21, 22. I'm using my inspiration dice. 22 to slip the dagger. To reverse pickpocket him.
What did you get?
22 total.
Okay. He doesn't notice.
Wow. You be on your way. I say to the Percy.
He looks at,
Be on your way.
he looks at the other guys. This isn't over, McLeod.
Oh, it's over.
Who the fuck are you?
Don't worry about it.
You're not a chicken, are you, McFly?
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Is it some kind of
It's
stew?
a squid on a keychain.
Mother Mary Squid? What even is?
Are they elephants?
Oh, it's a world turtle with the elephants holding up the earth. I mean, it looks like shit, but
But why?
What the
Because
fuck?
that was your reference.
What was my reference?
Never mind. Go ahead.
yikes.
I didn't make a reference that I know of.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind then.
What did I say?
Yeah, it's fine.
Who
No, I
even
have to
knows?
know.
Mercenary guild.
I give the marauding man a wink and said, I'll take care of that one.
Fucking mercenary morons.
I think Trunk just found us some sparring partners, as it were.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
In a minute
It's
here,
a
I'm about to
telepathy
find
thing.
Trunk, so...
But
There's
we're
people on the
Probably
bus.
not, though.
People
What are
be
you rolling?
punching.
To find him. But my
He's
passive is higher than
My
that.
planet needs me.
disappeared into the mist.
Yes. All flowy out.
It's not even misty. It's a perfectly sunny, beautiful day, and he just disappeared.
what was the name of the destroyed town?
Eldergrove.
Eldergrove. So I had business in Eldergrove, but then that got raised. So I had business in Wensleydale. And apparently all my business in Wensleydale led me here to fucking Percivalborough.
He smacks you.
I accept it.
Yeah, what kind of business?
Some sort of necromancy.
Ew.
Their powers that be, as it were, are dropping like flies.
Whose powers?
The Wensleydales. Their governing body.
Interesting.
Dropping like flies, and we're trying to figure that out. So far, we've come up with necromancy.
Great.
I mean, one of them came back to life and killed another guy.
Cool.
Right? We just want to know how. Any gremlins,
Still not finding him.
any refugees
Not with
from
his stealth score.
any refugees from Aldergrove show up here, or any
Not that we've noticed, but
oogie boogies coming around.
again, not that we've noticed.
Hey, that's their word.
Jesus, really?
God damn it. Fucking millennials.
How dare you assume my gender?
Or I guess in your case, centennials.
That might actually be racist. Okay. Joke goes poof.
Nothing
Just an
that
Apache
we
helicopter.
know of. Worst thing that we've had to deal with lately is the fucking mercenary guild. They just came out of nowhere.
Well,
Feel like they have a claim on any part of this town.
I came with other dwarves, and we have serious beef with them. So we will be sure to take care of them before we leave.
Well, make sure you get that guy.
Yeah!
Oh, he's my first one. If you can, try to make sure he doesn't leave this area.
He never goes anywhere. He's like a fucking bad penny. Bad copper.
Excellent. Yes, he'll be taken care of. In short. But my name's Trunk.
Nice to meet you, McLeod.
Shaky. McLeod. I expect we'll be speaking again soon before too long.
Fair enough. If you got some time while you're in town, you might want to come and meet the boss.
Certainly.
You know how
Where do
those boss types are about newcomers.
So I'm certainly not intending to encroach. I would definitely like to make sure relations between the marauding men, was it?
Yes.
Marauding men and the Shattered Fist and marauding men and the Naga's Bane is open and good.
And we might be getting a new title soon.
I mean,
The
I
new
live
boss.
in a mountain. There's not really any Nagas in there, so
Makes sense.
it just sounds cool,
Yeah. The new boss has a bit of an issue with the current name, but we'll see what happens.
Right.
You know what the issue is, right?
I mean, it's at least more memorable than, what was it, Shattered Toes?
Yeah. Yep. The boss has got tits. That's why it's an issue.
Busted
with the name.
Pinkies. I don't know. They have. Their name is silly as well.
Blade phalanges.
If you could hear some of the things that we said when we were making fun of old Brodick.
Anyways, good to meet you. Thank you. I'll get that guy taken care of.
Alright. By the way,
Yeah.
our headquarters, he gives you
Missed that.
a
Up the apples and
dr-
pears.
yeah, that. Like a map, but he doesn't give you a map because he doesn't have anything to write on. He just gives you
I have
a way to get...
I have a pen, I have ink, and
That's
I have a
true,
hand.
you do, don't you?
Well, it's about
He
fucking
draws
time.
the map on your meaty paw, and then you walk around for a while, and then you look at it, and it's just a smear of ink. So,
And I'm lost.
how did
I wiped my
end
brow
up
with
in
it a couple of
Guam?
times. Just a big
Smear.
smear.
I finally got all the ink off. my
Wander
hands.
around aimlessly until a guy up on a gate in the side of a mountain goes, "Halt! Who goes there?" Damn it.
So I first go back to the entrance of the library. If nobody's there, I'm going to go back to the blacksmith.
Grognak, what are you doing?
I've been running around town looking for him
It's a
because I was
really,
told to run him down.
really big town.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at that for a while.
So at this point, I am running around town shouting his name. I'm just running around town yelling Trunk.
And I run to... No.
No. You're done.
Why did you turn him loose again?
I didn't turn him loose. He did.
Yes,
And if
Did you?
anyone should know better, it's the guy who
Yeah.
had to fake murder somebody so he could cover up for his bullshit actions.
Only if I'm there do I have to cover up.
That's true. Not an accomplice.
Jeez, oh Pete.
To be fair, I was filling in the rest of my request as he ran off.
I didn't catch the rest of the request.
That seems
I,
completely fair.
I caught run Trunk down. That's it. Go on.
Maybe I should stop leading with, like, initially actionable violent
Action.
sentences.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
And then following them up with qualifiers that dial it back.
Maybe you should just start with, so
That's-
what I'm going to need from you at some point, after this conversation is over.
Let me fucking finish.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I don't let conversations finish. As soon as I hear an action, gone.
Like,
We'll
it's going to
work.
be the three of
Gonna
us.
have to work on a go word. All right. The go word after your instructions is rutabaga.
And then he just runs off as soon as
Go damn it.
The problem is going to be, you're going to say rutabaga, and I'm just not even going to pay attention. I'm just going to leave.
It's going to be
You'll
the
be
three
like,
of us back
this
together. and
is
then
your command.
Josh
and
shows
then-
back up, and Trunk just gets tackled.
So,
Wow.
it is very nearly 11 o'clock. I am going to wrap the session here, but I will say, Grognak, you're just cruising the town, making lots of noise, attracting a lot of attention.
I mean, I got a 22
Trunk.
to find him.
This is a big
His
town.
stealth
and we
was
have to ruin it in
24.
record
I know.
time.
This is,
We are going on our way to ruin this town.
So, Trunk, you go back to the library. You are informed, if you ask anybody, that Belhad and his bodyguard are in the restricted section. You are not permitted to go in there.
I'm
You
not
may
going in
wait
there.
at one of the other tables.
No, I'm not going inside the library at all.
Okay, so what are you doing instead?
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. So
Like
you're going back to Graham McTavern.
Yes. Let him know that I noticed a guy walking around with something that looked like it was designed by him, based on what I see
In the shop.
He tells you that a lot of the people in town are carrying things that were designed.
Well, this
By
guy
him.
was also nicking purses, so I'm not sure he obtained this dagger legally.
Interesting.
I mean, have you checked your inventory lately? Are you missing anything?
Well, I have to try and remember how to do that accent now.
A dagger and a scabbard, maybe?
I haven't checked it lately, but
Square. Essentially.
I'll get on that immediately. Thank you for
Well-
bringing it to my attention.
If you do, he's over in that other part of town. Mostly. Where I
Okay.
saw him.
Okay.
Okay. Good kitty.
Rubella won't come anywhere near you. She does not
I give a
trust you, the long distance pet.
yep.
I'm scratching your ears from 4 feet away.